Oh, it doesn't need charging.
Ooh, oh, mate, might bring myself down a little bit. I'm kind of like low looking.
You're like, your camera's up here, like,
Oh my lord, my camera is like in a weird spot. What a way to start the potty. How professional would we be if we weren't unprofessional? Wait, yeah, if we weren't unprofessional.
If you weren't how professional would it be if we aren't fuck, if we aren't unprofessional?
I mean, we're always unprofessional. That's the whole point of the shtick. Where's the stick at? I don't know.
We're as professional as unprofessional can be.
Eh.
And in
Sounds
that
about right.
sense,
And in that sense, exactly. What's up, bearders and beardettes? Welcome back to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros Podcast. A different intro. We always have different intros.
yeah, right?
I think definitely next season I'll go try and work something out and have like the one steamrolled intro. Just fucking go back to that again, I think.
There was never just one intro.
You we had that one. The only thing we really had was that you're listening to the Beauty Bros podcast. That's the only thing we really had, but yeah.
Well, I mean, we could AI Jesus one.
AI Jesus, just AI in
So
general.
just ask him to give us an intro to the Beardy Bros podcast.
just AI, just any AI in general will do it.
Right? Like, come on, bro.
Oh my god, what a week! I guess what a week. I'm keeping it hydrated this episode. Jim's on the beers this week.
I'm on the beers.
On the beer. Yeah, what I was gonna say.
I'm on the ale, I should say.
On the ale.
The
Cascade
pale ale.
Pale ale. Not bad, not bad. I was gonna say though, yeah, it was weird. Like we did the, of course, new layout for myself. If you would have seen last episode, we tried. It's weird though. This is what I want to talk about. So it's weird. So we tried the new mic I had in front of me, right? And I don't get how this works. So like I'm sitting here, right? So the distance isn't really any different. I feel like anyway. But the mic was in front of me, and it worked. It picked it up, but it was a little bit quiet. So I had to do some tweaking, and we did that.
You have
for
to tweak
episode,
the little volume knob and
yeah,
shit.
it was still fine. Like it worked, but it's a little bit unbalanced. But like I've still same settings as what it was last episode. The only thing I did differently instead of sitting in front of me, which you would think sound coming at it, I've set it to the side of me. Still same distance, if not maybe a little bit further from my mouth, right? But it picks it up like 100 times better that it's sitting to the side. So.
I do have a reason for that then.
So,
because you were talking at it, it was pushing too much at it, and it wasn't.
Yeah, that's all I'm wondering. So it's kind of interesting to see like testing.
And it was kind of compressing it down and making it quiet.
So it's kind of cool though. So it's interesting to see how testing. How
I'm not facing mine. Mine's over here.
And that's
I
it.
just muted
still,
that. Oh.
Still close to you, but yeah, it's to your side.
Yeah.
But no.
Like I talk like this. Not this is how it's meant to be, but.
And it sounds a lot louder and gets crazy.
Yeah, like that's how it's meant to be. Like a fist from your face. Like look, you're talking to these mics, like.
Oh, I've been on the water. I did get I had the drinks over the weekend. Wasn't too bad. But water's definitely been a lot better lately. I think it's because of the heat. So I've been craving a lot more water. I feel like, more so than normal. So
right. Well, it's nearly summertime, boy. Summer starts December, doesn't it?
Definitely
December
summer
3rd?
up here already. It's been summer all bloody month basically up here. It's been hot. Swummer, yeah. It's been bloody hot. With bloody stormy nights at nights. Because it's been that hot. The humidity's been friggin' off the charts. It's crazy.
Yeah, summer. Friday, December 1st.
Supposedly,
until Thursday, February.
Supposedly, that's the apparently as soon as December 1st comes, it's instantly summer. Like, it doesn't start a day before or a day later. Right? It's instantly summer.
No, but it's officially summer on the 1st.
On the written calendar.
The weather is its own fucking thing.
Exactly. Like, we could have been summer for the last 6 months. Realistically. Nature is its own.
We have got that El Nino happening, so El Nino.
There's always.
I think it's next year. Like we're gonna get the hot side. I think it's going the other direction.
Mm,
So the cool air was at the hot.
something.
How's it work again? Fuck all that. Like
I don't know.
one side of the world gets hot, one gets cold.
One of the.
That's all I know
But yeah, so yeah,
from
Friday
that part of the
was
ocean, anyway.
Fridays was yeah definitely a few drinks Friday. Last night,
Friday.
so at the Joji gig, we're gonna have Buddy Eddie on this episode, but he's bitched it out this episode. He's called it out, so
Right.
he's not here. Unfortunately, we were gonna have a guest, no guest. So see how that goes. Maybe next episode or the episode later down the track. See how we go. But
Right.
me and him went to Joji over the week. Yesterday, Saturday night, went to Joji. That was pretty
Over
good.
the week.
Over the weekend. I was gonna say over the weekend, and I cut myself off. Yeah, so we saw Joji.
Right.
That was pretty good. So that was crazy. That got pretty wild. So I'm a bit knackered feeling that. I think that's the biggest thing is I think the old age is just kicking in. I'm feeling it. Feeling a bit buggered today. So been keeping it quiet.
Old age. What is this?
Feel like old man. Like I'm like I come home like I only like I bought pre-drinks beforehand, so I had had a drink when we got there, and then when we went into the gate, we got a drink when we were in there, and it was like I said, $15 for a bloody Canadian club, which is just highway robbery, bloody
Yeah, pretty.
ridiculous. And the
Yeah.
amount of people that were lining up buying drinks, like they were making a killing off the drinks that people like. So many people buying drinks, like going out of fashion. Like a rum was like I think $15, and then a beer was 11. It's just like fuck, like it was all stuff that was in cans, and then just cracking cans open, and it's just insane. I was like fuck. So
And
yeah,
you'd never drink a can. Doesn't taste
no,
right.
no. So it's one of those things, but no, it's just crazy. They cracked the can open into cups, so their procedure give you that, and it was just shit for the price.
Oh, so they go the crack and then pour it in.
Yeah. So yeah, I only had that, but
That's
then
fucked up because them cans are cheap that they buy them. Like they're so
yeah,
cheap.
you just buy a carton and it's like worth nothing.
11 fucking dollars for a beer.
When you sum up like that, yeah, it's people. But the fact is, people pay for it, and it just blows my mind. It
I actually
honestly
don't
blows
do
my
that.
mind.
Like, if I go out, you set yourself a limit of 20 or $50. You spend it, you're done.
Yeah, that's why I always pre-drink. That's why I don't like going out. But if I do go
Yeah,
out, I pre-drink,
you drink before, then just go out. Yeah.
and then you have.
Like
Then when you're out,
you get a
buy
little
one
buzz,
drink.
so
Yeah,
you're not flat out wasted before you go out, but you get your little buzz
yeah,
on, then you have your few drinks there.
yeah, and you save yourself some money, so you get yourself tipsy, ready to go, have a good time. So, yeah, no, so there was that, and fucking, it was good show. It was a good show. Partied hard, fucking jumped around, screaming. So I'm kind of like sore throat, body's a bit sore from jumping around. Bloody woke up with cramps early this morning. Both legs
Yeah,
cramping on me.
that's the alcohol.
I was like, fucking hell. Like I was like, oh, leg cramps. So
I
think
did
all
the same thing.
really hated. Woke me up, and I was like, fuck, just screaming in the bed, just ah, like
It's funny how
ah.
it gets you though. Like you're laying there, then all of a sudden it's like you feel it creeping on. It's like, no, no,
And then your leg
no.
wants to, and then it's trapped because your leg's straight, and then like that's the best spot is, but then your leg wants to pull in. But when your leg wants to pull in, that's when it aches the most. So it's like trying to do two things. You just gotta like stretch your leg out straight, and just so you don't feel it and let it ride out. And it's fuck.
It doesn't always work though.
No, because your leg just wants to snap in, and you're like, ah,
You have
fuck,
to
and
you have to literally like I have to literally stand up and then just wait for it. Like
I one time I had a cramp. I literally tried doing that. I stood up to get the cramp, and it dropped because my legs.
yeah, you can't.
It just it couldn't take it. It was just like fuck that.
I hold onto the chair and just like, come on, stand.
And it's like I said, both legs. It was one leg, and I was like, don't do it to the other leg, and then went back to sleep, and I woke up again. The other leg was gone. I was like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, that's lack of magnesium and the alcohol and
Yeah, a bit dehydrated, so.
right.
So that's why I'm like
So you be chugging the fucking water.
doing all right now. So making up for it. Just been-
Also, a lack of sleep does that as well. You can get cramp.
That's it. So I've got a bit of that still, and I'm feeling a bit in the head. My head's feeling a bit of headachy today, so feeling a little bit the sleep and the dehydration. I think.
And
So.
fucking hungover and shit.
Yeah, but I was mad. Like I was that tired. I got home after driving us back. Got inside. I was getting changed, and I felt a bit swazy and woozy. I'm like, I only had fucking 2 drinks. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I felt like, but I think it was just because of tiredness. Like, it was
Yeah.
weighing over me, and like I felt, but the thing was like I felt awake, but I was tired. So I was getting all like, whoa, because my body wasn't censoring properly. So I was just all
Yeah.
over fucking confused and whatnot, and then I did throw up, but I was like, my stomach was upset from all the jumping around and partying hard. So barely, like I said, I barely had enough alcohol to really cause any effect, but my body was still
I
upset.
wouldn't say that. Even one fucking drink can do it. Like,
But no, I could feel the my dinner still
especially
sitting
if
in
you
my
haven't
stomach.
eaten, you haven't done nothing like that. You have one drink and it just goes straight to you.
Well, that's it. But
Like,
no, I
fuck
had
me.
had some food beforehand, and
Yeah,
I
that's
could
what
feel it.
saved you as well.
Oh, that's the thing. Like I can at the moment because I've been drinking a bit lately, which is maybe not good, but my tolerance is been a bit more different lately because I've been drinking more alcohol. Like it's
Yeah,
not hitting as I guess as
it
much. Or
takes a little bit more
yeah,
to.
yeah. So it's been a bit weird.
Also
So
depends what you drink though. Like, if it's a strong drink, it's gonna be do the same fucking
yeah,
thing. Like,
that's it. It's gonna hit you either way. So I'm being a good boy. I mean, I could just crack a little bit of fireball and take a little. I just could just, but I wanna, I shouldn't, but,
you know what you do with those though? You go to Macca's, order a frozen Coke, stick that in upside down, just let it just.
that's what we used to. It's so good. Just pour them in there and just go
Go to a
fill
movie
them up.
theater, just put it in the under the lid.
Yeah,
We
once you've got the thing, you got your cup. They don't know, and you already got it in there. So you just think, oh, you got
got it
it.
in your pocket, you just in there and just pop it in.
Or if you've pre-done it, they won't know. They're not going to be like, oh, that smells like.
I don't
Fucking...
get why they care. Like, fuck. No
Behavior.
one gets drunk in a movie theater. It's just one or two drinks. Like,
Hmm.
it's
But
just because when you're at home, you put a movie on, you get maybe a beer, you get a Pepsi, a Coke. Like, but they put
that's
a
it.
bit of liquor in there. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. It's not harm.
like
Well,
who
like
cares?
at the it's funny because you go to the movie theaters. Normal cinemas they won't really provide you, and they won't sell alcohol behind the bar. But if you go to Gold Class, they'll have the bar there at Gold Class, and you can buy
Hmm.
alcohol to take in with you. It's like that's no difference than just having the normal cinemas. Why couldn't an adult buy alcohol
Except
normally
the
and take it
fact
in?
you're
Like,
bringing in it's the external alcohol. That's the only
yeah,
difference.
but
Like
that's what I'm saying.
that's
Like,
what it is.
they don't even sell it there. Like they're for
They
normal
they
cinema
they
patrons.
want you buying theirs.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like for normal cinema process, for just a standard non gold class,
Mm.
you can't even buy alcohol there. You have to be gold class to buy alcohol. Like, it makes
Oh,
it.
behind the paywall, my boy.
Yeah, basically, it's like you got to be in that luxury area to be then like, oh, would you like a serving of wine or on the rocks? You know, scotch on the rocks, or it's crazy.
A wine on the rocks. Fuck.
Scotch on the rocks.
A wine on the rocks. What? Yeah, Scott's on the rocks.
Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy.
Do they do the fancy ice in gold class?
I don't know. I haven't really had
Like the
ice. I don't
clear
know.
ice that doesn't melt quick?
I think so. Possibly.
The, like the like the big fucking spheres.
Big
They just put in the
spheres.
glass.
Takes forever.
The big
It
fucking
takes up
spheres.
half the size of the
That
cup.
takes a long time to melt.
Mm. But no, so it was good. Caught up with yeah. So me and Eddie went. Neb went with us. So we caught up with Neb, and yeah, we all caught up with everyone, and we had a good night. And missed. We kind of ignored the first performance. We didn't know what we were just having too much fun outside. Met a lot of random people.
The
and
first, well, who even was it? Like, who
No
would be in
idea.
front of Joji? Like,
No idea. Some DJ, whoever it was, and yeah, they just did that and we come on. But then we just
no
kind of heard
offense
from
to that,
outside.
but a DJ should be in a club. That's it.
Yeah, well, that's what it ended up being like. Because a lot of people even said, that
Oh.
the performance felt like a club rave instead of a concert, like a gig.
Because if you're watching someone perform and they're just doing this, fuck off, man.
Yeah, well, that's it. So, and it was one of those things.
Like, say that for a nightclub or like, fuck.
Yeah,
But if
exactly.
it's actually like a festival or an actual show, like, nah.
And that's exactly
Have
it.
someone who can entertain,
Mm.
like Joji in it, like,
Yeah, well, yeah, it was kind of weird because like there were points with some of the mid set because like he was on and he had a mid set swap over. It was still him, but then they had like the other collab with some of his songs. 'Cause they had like the remix kind of stuff. So they came on stage with him, and then they had like for that set they had like beach balls and pool noodles come out. And they threw them into the crowd and people playing with the beach balls and noodles around the crowd and stuff like that. And it was kind of funny because people actually took them afterwards. So that like they were just like, "Yep, sweet." And people left with all that.
I remember the Pool Noodle Awards used to have.
Yeah, so it was pretty crazy. And they had the crowd cameras and stuff, and they went around the crowd and filmed people in the crowd. So like they got really immersive. But what we were noticing though, it did feel like a little bit that Joji was possibly lip syncing some of his songs, and wasn't actually singing along with them, because there was one of the songs that played,
No.
and you could see him, but he was like, he looked out of sync because you couldn't see it on the camera, and you could kind of see him performing, and it looked a little bit out of sync. Like he was still, like maybe singing.
It could be an audio.
Well, it looked
delay,
like it looked like he was still talking or singing, but they had turned his mic down, so it wasn't coming through, and then they had the track playing. It was really weird. Because you could just see it, like it just didn't.
Or it was the backing track you're hearing.
Yeah, it was just weird. Like it was interesting how they.
That's weird. Like usually they're on point, like they do it at certain. That's weird.
Yeah, so there was like one track that we definitely noticed that. So yeah, I don't know, it was weird. So I was like, oh, okay.
You'll find out in a week or so when someone puts on the news or something like lip sync.
That's it. But yeah, he played Smash Bros on stage. They did a Smash Bros segment. They seem to be doing it at every gig, playing around a Smash Bros between it to like break up the performance, like have a cooldown. So they'll like have some songs and play Smash Bros, and then play some songs and have cooldown. And like their cooldowns were like playing Smash Bros. They not apparently at Sydney and some so far as well. They played 2 like TikToks as well. So there's random TikToks they find. So they play them up on the screen. Random TikToks. They've done different ones so far at each show. So. So yeah, it's like a song.
That's so bizarre, but that is joji.
TikTok, couple of songs, Smash Bros, couple of songs, TikTok, couple of like it's in a breakaway kind of segment. And even one point where he took a break off stage and apparently went backstage, and there's like a piss counter. I don't know if it's legit or not, but like there's a counter comes up on the screen and he's chucking a big piss, and there's a counter of like how long he's taking a piss for, and like apparently he did like a piss for like in Sydney's one he did like a piss for like over 2 minutes straight. He did a piss. I'm like, I mean, he could have. We don't, you know. I was like, maybe not. And then this one was like over a minute something. I think it was nearly 2 minutes. I think it was in the end for the one for us. But yeah, that piss clock. And I'm like, that's a lot if you've been doing that. Like, it's a lot to hold in. Like, bro.
Piss clock.
Pissed for a minute straight, and then yeah, I don't know. It's kind of part of the whole gag. But it's kind of funny now where it's like Joji, like he did. We all know Filthy Frank. He did this stuff. He went from that to then being like the whole joji side of things, and he kind of dropped everything to become more serious.
Pink guy and
yeah, like he dropped that to become more serious with his entertainment. But now he's got to the point with it where he's gone back to it. Now he's gone back Filthy Frank style, but with the joji stuff. And then now people know joji as almost being like that without realizing half the history. Like he was always like that, and it's kind of a big.
I'm guessing a lot of joji fans don't know he's Filthy Frank until...
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff don't get the references. There was a few there, like, there was like a lot of pink guys dressed up, and people just... Or a lot of people like knew pink guys. Like, there was just straight off stereotypical, like, oh...
It's obviously like, that's what everyone knows is pink guy.
Yeah, but then we had like...
Like, Filthy Frank's the niche part, like...
Yeah. Well, there was one dude dressed up
because that was before pink guy, wasn't it? Yeah.
What's that? Filthy Frank?
Yeah, it was before pink guy.
Yeah. Pink guy was, Filthy Frank.
Because he was... Fuck, that was like 15 years ago or so.
Something like that, yeah, it's crazy. And
he was only a teen doing that, like, he was only young when he did Filthy Frank.
Yeah, basically, yeah, he started off... Cause he's only...
And then Pink Guy, and then he just...
Went from there, went more with it, just tried to add a new character into the whole skit thing where he's just...
Because Joji's the next step in that, and they got something else probably later, like...
All those different art performances, went from doing YouTube stuff, that was just his YouTube, to now being a music artist, and that was his music, Joji's his music identity, But now he's been letting Filthy Frank leak through, and it's just like melded.
Like, so what's next? Back to being Filthy Frank eventually? Like, dang.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. Well, even
he'd probably get cancelled for that.
That's what was like. Well, a few of us were talking last night. Like he's content can still exist, but he couldn't do that today. It wouldn't work in today's.
When you could,
you just get
could. Just who gives a fuck? Like, it's not offensive. It's just people just.
I mean, yeah, it is. It is out there. Like it's.
Like it's not aimed at them, but they'll take offense for it. Like, bruh.
Yeah. So it wouldn't really hold up exactly in today's, and that's the weird thing. Like, it's almost on the borderline with the stuff he does, with all that niche stuff, but it's not pushing the threshold to being that crazy. And yeah.
Like, not like it was like 10 years ago. Like.
And people, I guess, always expect it almost from him. Some parts, some people do, but some people don't. But yeah, no, it's kind of weird because like he just does this kind of dick around stuff, and people think it's funny, it's cool. It's like he's done a lot worse than that, and it's kind of funny. Even
he's done a lot of fucking work.
And that's the thing. Like he just does this. Like then that's the thing too. The audience and crowd of the people that came were always the people that he made fun of himself as well. We were talking about, a few of us were talking about that. So it's kind of funny that the big fan base that he has is the people that he technically despises.
Right.
And it's like the whole, it's hilarious. But everyone knew the pink guys.
Because it's tongue in cheek. He's not serious. Like, it's just a thing that he does. Like,
yeah, and that's why he's just dicking around. That's part of the whole show as well. The whole show is him basically singing, but then dicking around. And the tickets aren't cheap at the same time. But it's kind of like that's the point of the joke, almost like it's you pay this price to come see me literally do whatever the fuck I want. Like it's kind of the whole funny, haha, and the whole meme of it all. So it's yeah. But there was one guy we saw dressed as Filthy Frank, which was pretty cool. Had that, his cap, the flight cap he wears and they had that look, so he was dressed as him. But again, not many people really recognized that character.
No.
But people were all like getting photos with pink guys, but no one was really getting photos with like Filthy Papu Franku style. And then there was me and someone else dressed as Safari Man, which I posted photos up on Facebook, which you would have seen. And like only the real niche people, like Filthy Frank fans, recognized Safari Man, which was great. So it was kind of good. Like it was a good little niche, like little fun joke, and everyone else was just like, what, I'm just there dressed as the way I am. People just thought.
Well, that was YouTube way back then though. Like,
yeah,
because believe it or not, kids these days know PewDiePie is what he is now. But back in the day, he was kind of like that.
Yeah, that's it. There's so
many. Like he was the exact same. Like he did the very stuff that wouldn't fly now.
And that was the other thing too. We printed out
like fuck. When you said about that Safari Man, like he did the kind of the same that Safari thing.
Yeah, the joke. Yeah, they run their little skit things where like they're like slightly a different character person, and they're like either very nerdy or very offensive or things like that. Like like that was his PewDiePie had his what was his thing? His hunt game, whatever he was, that hunter.
Yeah, I forgot what it was. That was a long time ago.
But
now.
Yeah, like he had that was a whole character he created. Like it was separate from the PewDiePie stuff, and then like even the joke himself, where PewDiePie is a character and Felix is a character, like himself. They're two different people. He made that joke where they're two different people, and PewDiePie interviewed Felix, and Felix was interviewed PewDiePie. Right. And then remember here he had the that news show he did as well, and he had, what was his name? I can't remember his name now, but he was the news reporter. And you remember he did.
Fuck.
And he would always do that as well, and that was another character he made up. He was like the news reporter, and he's like,
this was back when YouTube was like just full of randomness.
Yeah, and then like you would have PewDiePie.
Like you wouldn't know what you want to watch. Like it was just like you click on it, it's like that's different.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just like people had all these different multiple characters because it was part of this. It was the joke. It was the fun stuff.
Markiplier did the same thing. Fucking Jack Spadassi did that. Like
different.
And now look at them; they're all way different.
You do different skits. You kind
of had to evolve to keep on the platform. Like
find what works for you, what's easy, what like, doesn't work, what works. That's like Markiplier making movies now. Like he's into making TV shows, and movies and stuff. And
I am keen for that Iron Lung though. That's gonna be so good.
Like he's doing stuff. Like he's doing different things. He's taking his art form in a different.
I reckon that's where I keep calling him George, but fucking Joji's gonna go next, be movies.
He could do, like, that's what he might. We don't know.
Probably like the homemade.
Go down that homemade
probably like
style.
The movie route, like short movies.
Who knows? Like, it depends on where he goes. I'm done with making music. I'll do this next, or wherever it's wherever he wants to see him grow in that media industry. And I mean, music looks
also,
like that
stuff like he gets an idea for a thing and it wouldn't fit into a music category. It'd be like a movie.
I don't know. He might. I feel like he might start going down the Oliver Tree route, where he starts doing his own, like in that vein, like say maybe movies. Where I feel like that's where Oliver Tree is trying to go. He's trying to take his music into movies because he directs his own music videos and he writes, and does everything, and he makes his whole performances with. That's what Oliver Tree does, and that's where I'd say that's like Oliver Tree feels like he wants to go into being that film side of things, where Joji was always about music. And I feel like he's always head down that music route because he's done a few albums now, and he hasn't really focused on music videos. So if he wanted to go in that route, he would mostly start focusing on music videos, and then evolve from there. So that's the next thing we look out for. If he does start going down that route, then he'll maybe want to start heading down that film side of things. But if he doesn't, then he doesn't really care about that. And he's just caring about music, and that's what he likes to do is just music. So you can kind of tell with an artist.
Music and kind of skit stuff, like
Yeah, well, he hasn't really done much skit stuff as such, really, and anything. So
no, it's just live, isn't it? Like he does things live.
It's just kind
now,
of a
like...
niche thing for live performance, just adding the extra thing for live. Where see that's the thing with Oliver Tree, his thing was actually like a documentary when he performed his songs. There was like this whole video thing playing with it, and it was like a mockumentary while you're watching a 2-hour movie basically. While the songs as well, and there was this story that was being told, and like that's a different perspective of an art form, and it's good to see artists that are like mainstream artists, but they're going away from the mainstream style, and they're finding their identities and doing
like
what
they're
they
still
want to do.
mainstream, but they're doing their own thing with it.
Yeah, and that's exactly like so we've got
Which
Joji's
is what a
doing
lot
this
of
thing,
people don't actually do.
There's not many other artists that are doing that are doing what they want to do. And you know, like, and that's the thing. Like, they can just do what they want and have like
because they just want the big old
Little Nas was like that. Like Little Nas, look how many songs he's actually put out. When you actually look at like Little Nas X, like how many like songs he's actually put out.
Who the fuck is that?
He did that. There's those few little. He did like that. That country song. That
Oh, that dude.
Yeah. You look at actually how many songs he's actually got. He hasn't got that many songs, but look how popular he is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's found his niche of what he wants to do. And you look at his music videos, and they're very productive. Like, they're very specifically art-formed. And, like, Doja Cat's kind of been doing the same thing, too. They're trying to find their own niche way of doing things, where they're being creative and being individualists, trying to stand out and do their own... You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those...
I typed in Little Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus come up.
Yeah, that's because that the collab they did, that song.
Fuck.
So, yeah.
I'm like...
I know, and that's the thing, like, you are getting artists that, like I said, they're mainstream artists, but they found that right niche where they can do minimal every so often, but still be somewhat relevant, but then have the freedom to be creative. So, and that's what, like, they're being, you know, it's kind of cool to see that creativity. And that's like PewDiePie. PewDiePie got the way of being where he was, that he's gotten to the point now where he's been able to push the direction to do movies and his own stuff and do what he wants. And like that's like PewDiePie shifted as well now. He's with his more vlogging and stuff, and he's moved and he's now done the family stuff, and like things have changed, you know, the directional route of what he wants to do, you know. And he can basically do whatever he wants.
I did get sad when he started doing that reaction stuff. I'm like, no, bruh, no.
But again, he tried his own way of doing it, added his own twist to it, and he wanted to give it a go. Because everyone was, so he tried it, and it worked for a bit, but then you could see himself, he kind of wasn't really... And that's why he added more content to it, so it wasn't just reacts, he had the little different things mixed in with it, and the games, and the whole... trying to get the audience involved, and that's the thing, you evolve your media.
Because he got big doing the games, and the...
And that's like... where it always was, exactly, that's where it is, was the games, and yeah. But and that's what I said, with Markiplier, you look at him, he was always looking at that creative aspect of being creative. So he always did different things to try to find what he could do to make that stepping stone the next step. It wasn't just about, you know, the games and stuff were just the things along the way. But like, you know,
I'm still sad that he couldn't do the Five Nights at Freddy's movie though. Like he wasn't in that at all.
Well, that's because he ended up doing his movie instead. So he had to say no, I'm not doing that.
Kind of, they should have just held it for him. Like just waited.
Well, he said no. He said no
because but he pushed that fucking game out there for the masses.
Yeah. And he turned it down to do the Iron Lung because he wanted to focus on that. He wanted to focus on his project. He was like, no, I'm not going to do this. I want to focus on my project, and that's fine. You know, I don't.
Which is kind of sad still though. It's like he should have been in that Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like you say that, but like there's a lot of other.
He fucking pioneered that. Like,
well, that's why they had Matt Pat. Matt Pat was in there because apparently his theories were the biggest thing for the FNAF franchise. Was his game theories and stuff.
I never fucking heard of him.
Yeah, he did all the game theories and film theories and all that kind of stuff. So that was actually the biggest thing that the FNAF creators themselves had said. He dug that far into the lore and helped create most of the lore. Matt Pat had a bigger cameo and he was more important to the franchise. So, you know, it's one of those weird things. Like, but I mean, what are you going to do? You can't be like, oh, this person's turned us down. We're going to put this movie on hold because we got turned down by Markiplier. Like, you go, well, you can't do that realistically. You can't just be like, you know, he wanted to do it. He goes, nah, fuck it, I don't want to do that. I'm going to work on my project. You can't be like, oh, well.
Unless there's a sequel or something, then he'd probably be in that.
Well, it's up to him. It's all up to him if he decides to want to do it or not. Like, that's the thing. You can't just be like, oh, no, we were going to plan to do this movie, You know, Chris Floyd said no. Oh, well, we better hold it. Oh, we got a backup actor. Oh,
I mean, they would have held for him,
we'll
though.
get Hugh Jackman. Oh, Hugh Jackman turned us down. Oh, no, we better not make this movie. Oh, we'll try again. Oh, can we get Sigourney Weaver in this?
But
oh,
a
we
lot of
got
movies
turned
have done
down.
that,
Oh,
though.
you know, and that's the thing. But, like, you gotta go, okay, let's just take whoever we get. You know, and just be done with it. That's the movie. You know, you need to get your art out there. You gotta do it. You can't just hold all the time on just having that one.
Unless you're a big ass name, like them are used
like, unless
said, who they have held for and stuff before.
Yeah, unless, like, specifically, like, they've made the movie.
Like Tom Cruise, they literally just hold stuff. They stopped production for like 6 months for him. Like,
that's it, and that's like the thing. It's like, unless they specifically go, oh, we made this movie for Tom Cruise, then we'll have to, you know, then they go, oh no, there's no other one. Like, this character was rolled for Tom Cruise, and then it's like, well, we can't get him, and then we will have to shelve it. But like with that FNAF movie, like, you can do anything. Like, there's no, because everyone was basically.
I found out the person holding that FNAF movie up is fucking Matthew Lillard.
Yeah. He's that's Blumhouse. So
I'm like, he's in that. I'm gonna fucking watch it now just for him.
Well, he even he himself has said he's surprised by the overwhelming not just for him, but
positivity of it.
But just how well the movie is done. That Blumhouse has gotten him on to do other horror films with them. So he's going to be popping up in other.
Well, he's done them before, but he was always the bad guy.
Well, no, I'm saying, but Blumhouse though, he hasn't really done much with Blumhouse.
Yeah.
And now, like, Blumhouse has signed him on to do other projects with them. So whatever movies they might be spitting out, he'll be appearing in them as either bad guys, good guys, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he's like signed up with them to do more productions.
Yeah, he was a good guy in FNAF, wasn't he? He was just doing the phone.
No, I think that character ends up being a bad guy in the actual lore. The guy on the phone. Well, he's like the manager. He's like a manager or something. You actually see him in the movie. So
yeah,
there's a lot of stuff he has. But from what I remember, the character that he's playing,
see him yelling at something.
Character. Yeah, I think he's a bad guy. The character he plays is a bad guy because it's based off the book. So
yeah, no, look, like he's the bad guy in Scream. He's the bad guy in a lot of things. Like, just make it
one of those things.
I think he's been a good guy in his fucking Scooby Doo. Really, like,
what was it? Oh, there's something I was gonna think now, and I got distracted thinking about FNAF. There's another. Was it a movie or a game? Movie. Oh, that's what I was going to segue into. There's a lot of room stuff going on, but was it the next season? We were talking about it that Pedro has actually come out and confirmed that he's not doing the next season of the Mandalorian. He's actually come out now and said that he's not actually going to be.
It was pretty obvious though. Like,
so I think if there's anything, he may have recordings. Like I've said before, he's got stuntmen. So if his character's in the
they don't need him.
Yeah, they got stuntmen anyway now. That they've got the 2 stunt guys that he's worked with to do the stuff, and then if they either have, I'm pretty sure
he's getting phased out, and it's got to be what's her name taking over.
Whatever they go with the arc, because it's got to end.
Or just end it. You can't just continue that forever.
But what has also popped up, though, I don't know if you've seen the news as well, that's popped up recently.
Because the man has been like Loki, just bang, bang, done. Like,
yes, exactly. But there's now talks that have recently popped up in within the week, I think, of that being him being said. This is the funny thing. So he said that he's wrapped up playing the Mandalorian, but then in the same week, news has dropped that he's been eyed off as to be played as Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four. So
he doesn't fit that.
So Marvel's eyeing him off. But then there's what's his name?
You mean Disney still eyeing him off? Like,
yeah,
same company.
That's very it's very that's a Disney Marvel. It's either way. Like, is eyeing him off for Reed Richards. Apparently,
it's got to be John Krasinski. Like, come the
no,
he fits that perfectly.
Yeah, no, he did that as that one role, but they already said, and he even said that it was for it was for the multiverse. I mean, yeah, he did. Yeah, he fit that perfectly. It was great. Like, he should, but that was just the multiverse. They go, no, that's the multiverse version. That's it. Like, he was only coming in for the meme. Basically, they literally just did fan service because everyone fan cast him.
Which, on that regard, the Iron Man, they shouldn't bring Robert Downey Jr. back because it's a multiverse version. So fuck Disney. They're gonna be hypocrites and say, no, this is
exactly. So because what's leading into
because if they bring RDJ back, they should definitely bring John Krasinski back.
It's in a weird spot because literally
well,
that's the weird thing too, because we've got What If and we're seeing more Iron Man in the What If series, and it still looks like RDJ.
Which is fucked up.
Like, he's still looking like RDJ. There's no variations yet. They haven't changed.
Well, not really. Like, he's just a generic looking dude. Well,
No, but he's very mannerisms. He still does look like RDJ.
Well,
like, if you were to say...
RDJ did the Tony Stark, like, he learned all that for the role, like...
Yeah, like if you were to look at the design, if you look at, like, we see in the conceptual design of, like, when people Photoshop, like, the mustache style look with Tom Cruise, you know...
Let me have a look at this. What if?
Yeah, what if Season 2? Because they got that trailer dropped recently, too.
Was it Tony Stark? Tony Stark death. Oh.
Yeah, because all multiverse. What if it's all multiverse stuff, and there's more Iron Man. There's, because you remember Ragnarok? Remember how there was the Planet Hulk kind of stuff on the Ragnarok planet? He's looking up the... Jim's looking up the stuff. You'd have to watch the video, but it's that towards the end of it. He's looking... He's really focusing.
They all look the same, like, the generic... Not generic, but like
it has
basic
more
versions.
It looks more like those still RDJ, but there's no one else that really looks like that. You know what I'm saying though? Like you look at Tom Cruise and you look at RDJ with the similar beard styles, they still look very different. You know, you can't. There's no phase to trying to blend Tom Cruise with Rob Dent to replace him, like the fan service, like they're trying to do with the multiverse thing and possibly getting Cruise in. Like, and there's no one else that I've really seen that really looks like him. So like, they need to find a way where they change the look so it looks like a different actor.
Well, if they do bring him back, they're being fucking hypocrites.
Well, they said from the get-go, and even he himself knew that he was only there for that multiverse, and that was it. Like, that was just the one shot, one line, and that was it. Like, he was there to die, you know, kind of. So, but then what I feel is worse.
Pedro looks nothing like Reed Richards.
Yeah, no. Well, the thing that I the most is bring when you see, this is the thing, you need, I see more as you need to bring a different Tony Stark in, like multiverse Stark,
yeah,
because then the image in my brain is we saw RDJ's Tony Stark sacrifice himself, right? We saw that version of himself sacrifice himself. So in our minds, we are ingrained with RDJ killing himself off, being done. That's it. Having RDJ come back as Iron Man is kind of almost like a fuck you to that moment. It kind of just goes, what's the point of that moment?
Like
it takes away.
Someone said about Loki. Like, if they bring him back now, they have to fucking kill him.
Yeah. But the thing is...
Again. And he's gone forever. Like, they have to kill him if they bring him back. Like,
and that's
you can't top that, what happened.
And that's the thing, with what they've done now with Loki, where he's now...
Fuck me.
Like... That's what I said. You'd have to have a different RDJ now for more, like, a different RDJ. You'd have to have a different Stark now, whether it's Tom Cruise or someone else. Like, or even if it was like Pedro, you know, friendly. Have Pedro as Iron Man. You know, like, let's just say that for some stupid random...
No.
But you know what I'm saying, though, like, you'd need someone else to play him now, then it doesn't take away from that moment of him sacrificing himself.
You know how good is that?
Who do you reckon?
Bring in Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges. You motherfucking... He already in there.
Yeah, I know.
Bold man. But yeah, so that's the thing, like, it's
like,
yeah.
no offense to Disney, but they need to stop.
But we've got bloody, apparently they've listed on, was it Mickelson?
Mads
Mickelson?
As who? Tony Stark?
No, Doctor Doom. He's been listed on as Doctor Doom.
He's not a good bad guy.
Yeah, but that's what they've, so he's apparently been listed on as Doctor Doom, though. Apparently.
Like him in the Fantastic Beast was, nah.
You gotta remember, though, too, you know who the director is for this Fantastic Four movie, right?
Who?
He's the guy that did the, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So, he did that series, and he's doing this.
Yeah, because the old director left just before, didn't he? Like, he did recently, like last week or so.
So what ended up being funny there is if you look at that, what everyone's been memeing lately is if you look at
it's not working, they had to redo it.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff. I was going to say, though, like, the biggest meme at the moment for this week I've seen is because there's been more traction of the Always Sunny in Philadelphia
You're getting
director.
Danny DeVito as Doctor Doom?
That's what I was getting at. So, there are images all over the internet. So the
That
joke
wouldn't
being
happen, though,
is the director himself has said he's taking inspiration from his TV show into putting it into Fantastic Four, so like the story writing, the humor, all that kind of stuff.
If they want to do it like the original movie.
Mm.
Not that weird shit that was trying to be funny.
Mm.
It just
But the funny thing
like
is,
the
though,
original was very serious. Still,
But-
like it's very serious.
But have you looked though? This is why but this is where the memes are coming from, right? So you know, you got the picture of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, right? Do you know the cast?
Barely seen it.
Do you know
I
the
know
cast?
Danny
Vaguely?
DeVito's in there. That's about it.
So this is where the memes are coming in, right? So you've got Danny DeVito as the cast, but you'll start seeing it. There's one lead guy, there's a second lead guy, there's a third lead guy, and then there's a female, and then there's Danny DeVito. So do you see where the memes are lining up from?
Guardians.
The main guy has been put in as Reed Richards. What's his name?
Yeah,
Because
like I.
what's his name? Because what's his
Who
name?
the
who's
fuck
in it?
would Danny DeVito play?
Doctor Doom.
Yeah, but no.
I was thinking Danny DeVito should be the thing, really. But,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It'd just be a voice.
yeah. But I feel like Danny DeVito should be the thing. But yeah,
It's
but
a dude
people-
in a suit, but he does the voice. Like,
yeah. But like that's where the memes. So there's the meme of that. So there's the lead guy from.
oh no,
Sonny.
no. The thing about this movie, if they CG the thing at all, it's gonna be shit.
It's gonna be janky. Well, I mean, yeah, because in the original we had him actually in a suit. We had the rock suit.
Yeah, and it looks so fucking good. If they can't do what they did like
Yeah.
15 years ago, whatever it is,
Yeah.
nah,
Like that was good when they had the suit.
like, bruh,
But that's what I mean. So it's kind of funny.
that
So
suit looked fucking good.
It was so. It was just foam, and it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah,
But
and if they can't even do that, that suit will still exist at Fox or wherever the hell has it.
Mm.
Just use the fucking suit.
It's just.
It was
yeah.
in good condition still. You might have to patch it or some shit, but like
May have worn out over time, but.
Fox used to be Fox were practical.
Yep.
Disney's not.
Yeah, well, look at that last fantastic movie they did. That was Fox.
I didn't watch it. I haven't watched it.
It was janky, but yeah, no. So I'll send you the
Again,
photos.
Was the thing CG or was it
Yeah.
practical?
It was CG.
Let me have a look at that shit. I want to see how bad it is.
Yeah, you can look that up. It was horrid. I'll find these
Like,
photos. I'll send you these photos.
I haven't seen it.
Because it was everyone's been getting behind the memes, but I know Boss Logic did a lot of the
Fuck! Fantastic Four was 19 years ago. Or like 18 years ago.
God damn. Yeah, where are these photos from Boss Logic?
Chris Evans and Jessica Alba.
Oh, no,
they still look the same.
Boss Logic did a edit of every character as Pedro Pascal.
Ew.
It looks hilarious.
Like I like Pedro, but he's not made for every fucking role. Like
I feel like actually
no one's made for that.
I sent you the photo. Look at him there as Reed Richards. He actually looks like more like Wolverine in that photo. It's so weird. The edit on his face looks more like Wolverine.
Galactus, played by Javier Bardem. That'd be pretty cool,
yeah.
actually.
I'll send you these now.
Fantastic Four. Where is it? Fantastic Four. What's the movie? 2017, 2015, 20.
I'm sending you a bunch of this stuff. I'll have to post these up on the Instagram. I'll post them up.
Thing. Oh, the thing looks so bad. You compare it to the 2005, and that was practical. That looks fucking real.
Yeah.
Because it is a real person,
Yeah.
like it is. Like movies have gone backwards, man.
It's
In
a
fucking
lot.
Disney.
A lot of it has just gone weird. Where's these edits? Where are these portraits? Finding these portraits, I'll send them through these edits to these
Yeah, it was a Fantastic Four movie in 1994.
Yeah. It was like
What the fuck?
there's a lot of Marvel stuff back in the day. Oh my god, where are all these posts? Where's Boss
Doctor
Logic?
Doom was Joseph Culp.
Joseph Gold.
I don't know who the fuck that even is.
Oh God, Danny DeVito.
Apparently he done things. Never even heard of.
Done things.
Doom, the untold story of Doctor Doom in 2015.
Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the edit he did as
Yeah,
well.
but fantastic.
So just some of those photos. Have a
Oh
look
yeah,
at
Mads
those.
Mikkelsen. Like I don't know,
I know.
Doctor
I mean,
Doom. Like
I reckon he kind of work it, but at the same time, you got to think of
he
how
hasn't got
effective it is.
the oomph. Like he hasn't got. Like he's very.
Like he's
laid
sinister.
back.
Yeah, like he's calm, sinister. Like where I feel like
Yeah.
Doom is a bit more loud, but maybe they're going in a different approach with it with Doom.
But then that just killing the character. Like he's meant to be like loud and shit. Like, bruh.
But yeah, like
no.
says here, Fantastic Four director says
Like
his
no,
work-
no offense to Mads Mikkelsen, but he shouldn't be Doctor Doom.
Um,
Neither should Pedro. Like it's someone like a Ryan Reynolds type should be Doctor Doom. Like
oh, not Ryan Reynolds.
not
type,
like
no.
him, but like that kind of personality. Like
That's no. Ryan Reynolds is the cool, obnoxious kind of comedic. You need someone a bit more starker and serious. Like I feel like who's I'm trying to think what is it'd be. My brain can't think.
no, because no one's really like that.
It needs to be a bit more
Yeah.
grittier. Like it needs to kind of be like
Yeah.
because it's almost like like almost like an Ian McKellen, but without you know what I mean. Like it needs to be that like real.
Ian McKellen, Doctor Doom. Let's fucking go.
Like you know what I mean? Because like he played Magneto so well.
I mean,
like,
it's
so-
could just be his voice anyway, because he's always
Yeah.
in a suit. Like you're not gonna see him.
And that's what I mean. Do the Darth Vader approach, you know.
Yeah, just Ian McKellen do the voice. Like dang.
But there was another thing too. I think was it.
Or what's his name from John Wick? That Winston, fucking Ian McShane. Hey, Ian McShane can do Doctor Doom. Like fuck.
Yeah, it just needs that. I feel like it just needs that dark grittiness to the voice. I think too helps.
Because once you've seen him in like
Do
Justified,
the
he's
Darth,
fucking awesome.
Do the Darth Vader approach basically. So when he's
Yeah.
normal, like have one voice with one look, but when he's in the
Hmm.
Doom suit, it has that echo and it sounds different. Like
Yeah.
you could go down that.
I don't think we like that because it's an open mask, isn't it?
But who else?
But
was
it's
it?
shadowed.
But what was it?
It's like a top helmet. It opens up down the bottom. So it wouldn't echo. It'd be like, but like, get Ian McShane or someone. Like, fuck. Let's get someone who looks like Doctor Doom, like, size-wise, and just like you don't have to match the voice with the fucking thing. Like, come on. Unless you do the thing, then you have to do that practical. Otherwise, it's gonna look fucking terrible.
But yeah, a lot of it is definitely built up to the Secret Wars, Avengers Secret Wars. It's going to.
That's a long time away, though.
There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. What they could possibly do. So
That's like 2027 or 8, whatever it is.
so there's a lot that's going on with that. So that's where a lot of it's leading into.
We've already got the new Avengers, so
That's the whole point. That's what the Avengers Secret Wars will be part of. So you get like the new Avengers, like the younger ones leading into that, but then you have some of the older actors come back with their roles. So you have like Hemsworth come back for Thor as it. You'd have possibly actually RDJ come back. That's the only time where I feel like
I hope not though.
it'd be but I feel like if they
It would just make Endgame pointless. Like
yeah. But that's the thing. That's the thing with Secret Wars Secret Wars revolves on the multiverse coming together to kind of solve the forever and kind of thing. Like you need to bring everyone to work together to then bring everything back to its own.
Yeah, but they don't need dead characters.
Like it's
Use ones that are still there and add new ones. Like
yeah, it's one of those things. So it's here.
They've got so many characters they don't use that are good. Like.
Oh yeah,
that people want to see.
Plenty of
and
characters.
people want them, but they just use the same fucking recycled.
Yeah.
For the last 20 years nearly, like nah, bro.
Because we're still we got being.
Leave RDJ out of it. Let him do his own thing now, like he's Sherlock Holmes in that now. Just leave him fucking do it.
That's to say, it depends if he wants to come back though. That's the other thing as well. You can't stop him if he goes, yeah, I want to come back. But who knows? Because who knows what it could be like by then. Anything can vary. Like that's the variables. It could be just up.
A long time away, so who knows?
It's crazy to think where we're heading down.
I
But
just
yeah,
want the thing to not be CGI.
yeah. Did you look at those photos I just sent you?
They haven't come through.
On
My
Messenger?
phone. Oh yes, I did. My phone didn't flash.
Yeah. But yeah, that was some of the stuff that was going
Yeah,
on.
Pedro's does not work.
But see how he looks kind of like almost like a weird like he looks kind of like a more of like a Victorian age Wolverine. He kind of has that Victorian age look. He looks like he should be wearing like almost like in that Sherlock Holmes era, like
friggin'
the early
frilly.
Victorian. Yeah, and they'd be like, ooh. But
Also,
like a weird...
the thing is that looks fucked up.
I know, it's so goofy, and then there are all these different SNL looks, and they've just like put them on there. And then there's that's the actors from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, why does the thing look fucked? He looks like he got tumors everywhere.
He's like having an orgasm while he's like moving or some shit.
And that last picture's just weird. Of
Yeah.
course. What's the thing? He looks like a golden statue. Like, what
Yeah, he's like, It's so weird.
Bro.
So bloody weird.
No.
I know, it's just like awful.
The internet's a bad place.
The internet's just been spewing all this stuff lately, but like everyone's been on board. Like it's just. So it'd be interesting to see what they're going to do with it, because it's still a while off anyway for Fantastic Four.
Like, Reed Richards has a distinct look. Pedro doesn't have that.
Yeah, exactly.
John Krasinski did, but they're just...
Yeah. Like, who else looks like... Oh, you know who looks like...
Keanu Reeves?
No, then...
Hey.
I
mean, Keanu Reeves does have the look if you cut his hair and shit. And give him a fucking moustache.
And that's it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying do that, but he would fit it. Personality-wise, he wouldn't, because he'd have to be different.
Trying to remember
The thing can be anyone. As long as they fit the thing. But like, just not Pedro. Like, fuck.
Oh, I can't remember how to pronounce his name.
But
That's it.
while you're doing that,
What's the actor's name? That's it. They
Hey.
should. This is the joke. They should. This is where I was trying to go with the joke. They should get bloody Rainn Wilson to play Reed Richards.
that'd be pretty funny, actually.
Bloody have him.
He has
in.
got the personality for that, actually. Like,
Rainn.
he
Yeah,
could
he's
definitely do it.
Rainn Wilson's like acting broad like range is like real. Like he can be very funny, but he can also be very serious and like.
Yeah, because you see him in The Office, then you see him in something like Super.
Yeah.
Like, two different things, but he does them both fucking perfectly.
It would be nice because it brings the joke back from that joke from The Office where it was the identity theft, where bloody
Right.
yeah, I think he did play like I was like that'd be kind of a good joke because in multiverse, identity theft, play the whole.
You think
joke
that think like that though?
like who knows? Things can be. It depends
Data
on
figure movement. Rainn Wilson is Reed Richards.
Yeah. Because it just seems like it would be like if it was with Pedro like it would be good, but it wouldn't be right. Like you know what I mean?
Look right.
Yeah,
I
like
think
it would work. Like he could play like whatever Pedro's usually in, it's gonna be good. Like I haven't really seen because he acts good.
His best role is definitely fucking Joel though. Like he plays that.
Yeah, because like he's such a
Like
good
he was
actor.
built for that.
He is such a good actor, and that's what I mean. Like it would work, but it just wouldn't be right. Like you'd be sitting there with like that off-put taste because he just wouldn't feel like he has the energy for it's just weird.
It's not the energy. It's more of just
The overall.
Reed has a distinct look. It's like that.
Yeah, very
like
specific.
how Mr. Burns in The Simpsons. Like
Yeah, it's a very distinct look. Like you would have to be very specific. So that's what I said. Who else would really have that John Krasinski? Yeah, there's a guy.
I mean, Keanu Reeves has, but like he's cut his hair and shit.
Kind of.
And give him a fucking moustachey beard thing.
I feel like he's just too like
But, like-
an old man at the same time. Like
That's what I mean. Like, so is John Krasinski. Like he's in his 50s, I think.
I feel like he could pull off like the Human Torch. Definitely Keanu Reeves. that quirkiness he has.
Yeah, like that. Yeah,
He's
but
still
like
kind of a
nah.
cool guy, but like
I reckon
don't know,
Human Torch should still be what's his name?
bloody
Chris
yeah,
Evans.
have the joke, the multiverse joke.
Yeah, the multi. Cause if that's connected any way from 2005, he has to be Human Torch.
Yeah,
Just an older version because it's in time, like
yeah.
or another multi. Like he has to do it
It'd be interesting to see where they go with it. Honestly.
because he doesn't
Um,
look like Cap either because he just looks like
Yeah,
Torch.
yeah.
Like
Because he has a different look, the haircut style and everything is a different look.
he has no beard either. Like he's just clean shaven. Like
So,
I don't know. Like he would work as the Torch, like in this new one.
he wouldn't have to be overly muscular either, like where Cap is. So if he was,
No, he's back
buffed
to what he normally is now. Like just
yeah, more relaxed, not as buffed up, swole, then he would look
Yeah.
like a different person. And it would make funny joke to like how Ant-Man did stuff, like with jokes.
Can we bring Jessica Alba back as well? Like she hasn't changed. Just bring her back as what's her name?
Sue Storm.
Yeah, and who
Plot
fucking
twist.
played?
Plot twist. Just bring back the whole original.
Yeah, just do it. They can fucking do it.
Like he,
they
like
did it
what's
once.
his name? He actually looked like Reed Richards. That's why I liked it. He actually looked like
Yeah,
Reed
what's his
Richards.
name? Let me have a look.
I don't know what. I haven't really seen him in
Is he-
anything anymore.
Is,
I haven't really seen
yeah, I
him
don't.
either.
I think he's retired, hasn't he? Like
I don't know. I don't know. He might even look really old now. Like that's the crazy part.
he's in a lot of things. Lone Grufford, Lone Griffin.
Griffin.
I mean, he's only 50. Like fuck,
Yeah.
he still looks the same. Like he still look. He
It'd
can
be
do it.
appropriate, yeah, for Reed Richards, yeah.
That's all. He has the exact look that like Reed
Still
Richards
does,
has.
yeah, now, yeah.
Like fuck, just bring them all back.
Mm.
Well, he's called Maker, but like, you know, Reed Richards, Maker. Like,
Yeah, I
bruh.
It's crazy. Also, speaking of movies, I think we'll move on.
I mean, you can get Julian McMahon as Doctor Doom again, right?
Could do, actually, yeah.
He did it well back then. All you need is his voice. Or did they do it differently back then? I can't remember. But no, like, bring the cast back. Bring Alba, Evans, fucking Grufford, like, come on. Don't even play the thing though. Doesn't say. But like, it doesn't say he played the thing. But, like, come on. You have to. It's the multiverse. No one will give a shit about if Chris Evans is playing two characters.
That's it.
People have done it in
know.
the MCU all fucking ready, so...
Well, that's the thing, because, what's his name, who's playing, Mads Mikkel...
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, my fucking tongue tied. Apparently
Mads
he's already
Mikkelsen.
played an MCU character.
Yeah, in Shang-Chi?
Yeah, so like, yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't really...
That's what I'm saying, that's why they're not really, because they break it
Yeah,
into
he was one
now.
of the good guys, wasn't he?
So it's like, why couldn't they do that, you know?
Or a
Like,
bad guy. I can't remember. Fuck. So many Marvel movies, man. Like, they all fucking start blending.
yeah, Lone, Grufford, Jessica Alba, Chris Evans, Michael
Yeah, like,
Sheen, Julian.
he has the perfect Reed Richards look.
100%.
Like, fuck me. Like, that's why he was in the first place.
Otherwise, what about, like, even, like, because he... I was like, what's that even looks like? Bloody James Masters looks like, what's his name, who did Doom. A bit, too.
He's Masters.
Yeah, he looks like that, what's the name that played Doom again? What's the actor?
William McMahon.
Yeah, like, he's in that category where he looks similar. It's like, imagine me like, well, here's multiverse, and just get, like...
Yeah,
Ja-
like, just bring the whole cast back and just change him.
It's like, just change him, it's like, multiverse! It's James Masters instead, because he looks very similar, like, his skinnier version of him. I was trying to remember, like, who... And that's the thing, like, you get... It's just
Like,
weird.
I'm being serious. Just bring... Like, they all look like they haven't changed. Like, just bring them back.
Have Henry Cavill as the thing. And I'm just spitting out names now. Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill... No.
Shave his head.
But he could play Reed Richards though.
He could almost, if he was, yeah, not well, he would be buff. Yeah.
He could play. Don't forget, he's not doing The Witcher and Superman
Yeah.
now, so
He's doing his
probably
voice.
isn't as big.
Oh no, he's always big. He loves the gym.
Yeah, but still, he can play Reed Richards. Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah, you can get away with that.
Like, he's big, but he's not massive big like
Yeah,
fucking Chris Hemsworth and that.
Yeah, he got massively swole. I think he's eased up on that.
And then he went small again for 4. He wasn't as big.
Weird.
I don't know. No, he was big for 4. I
Um,
can't remember.
Yeah,
don't know.
No, he swallowed up extra for 4. So weird.
But because like, you just
Yeah.
bring the old ones back. Just
I
come
know.
on, they're still in their prime. Like
they look
they
even
can fucking do
I
it.
feel like they look even more appropriate for it now.
Yeah.
Like the actors look even better for it now than when they. Because they look very out of place when they were younger. I know you go back and watch the stuff.
They were
that's
too
comics
young
now.
for the role.
Yeah, they don't look right. They actually look young when they're trying to make them look be
Because
older.
when you look at the comics of that, Reed Richards is like in that 50-year-old, like
Yeah, he's meant to be older.
like that's where he is now. Like
Mm.
when he was like in his 30s, like
But
20,
it's-
late 20s, early
It's
30s.
weird because they want to try and step away from the Kang dynasty stuff because of that whole controversial thing. But then they're doing the Fantastic Four movie, which does set up.
They've already dropped Kang now. Like
Yeah, like, but then that leads. But then wanting to work on Fantastic Four definitely helps lead into Kang because, like, Kang's an ancestor of Reed Richards. So it's like, what?
yeah, but they don't have to do it though if they don't want
Mm.
to.
It's just in a weird spot.
They can still have the Silver Surfer and
The same thing
Whatever
though
else.
too is they could always change the actor of Kang anyway. They easily can.
Yeah.
They're allowed to. So.
yeah. I think it's the bad name at the moment. They're just gonna touch him for a while.
Yeah, put it on hold. That's why I think they changed Loki's narrative and made Loki the god of stories now. You know, Loki now, where he's at as the god of stories, is one of the most powerful characters.
Also, they should just leave him now, unless they just want to kill him off again. Like that's the only thing they can do.
Well, that's the thing. He's that powerful that basically he can't really be killed. Like, and now I think that's
Well,
why
he can.
I think that's why they shelved him as a character. Like they did him in that position where he's now the bearer.
Because
of
you
the,
can't bring him back and he just be good. You can't do that.
Well,
Like, he can't
yeah.
just be a regular character now.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's that powerful. Like that's like he's that
just dumb.
powerful that he can rewrite any time, any way he wants.
Mm.
He can literally just
Yeah.
make characters just disappear in a snap of a
So
finger.
if they bring him back in a movie or something, he has to die again.
He's too powerful. Yeah, I think the only thing, like I said, he can only like.
No
I
one's
think,
too powerful to die.
well, that's the whole. Yeah, it's weird where they've kind of set that up with Loki now, where he is who remains. Like that's why I think they've erased the whole Kang thing a little bit. Is because they've now replaced it. That's how they've pushed it aside. Is they've put
Well,
Loki
just
into
how
place.
fucking Thanos did him. Someone else can just.
No, but that's the thing though. That was then, at that time where he snapped his neck. Like, Loki is that strong now, where he is now in the series, that he could defeat Thanos with a click of a finger.
Oh yeah, but there's
Like,
he was only a weak compared to anyone else now. Like
yeah, now he's the strongest character. Like, Loki's abilities now is he can stop time.
no,
fast forward
Thanos
time.
was weak as piss. Like
Yeah,
god
yeah,
dang.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. And he defeated Loki, and he was weak as piss.
Yeah.
But like Loki's that powerful now.
He
that
fucked up everyone there. Really, like fuck.
Loki has the control of time. Like, he can pause time, rewind time, fast forward time. He is time in existence. Like, Loki is that
Yeah.
powerful now. He can rewrite
Which is kind of
histories.
pointless to bring him back at all because
Yeah, and that's why I think that's the whole point of setting him up being in that throne position, because he is now, like, that's the way to shelve
yeah,
the
but like,
character.
if they do happen to just milk it, he has
Yeah.
to die. Like it's no way to get rid of him.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. But then again, to kill him off would kind of be again, a fuck you to the whole narrative. getting to that
Unless
point.
it tops the Loki ending, which
Yeah.
nothing can. Like that's the best ending you
Yeah,
can get.
he got what he wanted. He actually got what he wanted.
Like,
he got his glorious purpose.
Although he's alone, he didn't want to be alone,
No.
but he is now.
But he's got the throne and he has his glorious purpose. Like that, what he's doing is literally a glorious purpose. Nothing beats that.
Yeah.
That is the top purpose of all purpose, keeping all realities alive.
That's what I'm saying. Like if
Like-
they bring him back because Disney,
The only thing that would happen is if to bring him back would be to fix something that's gone wrong, and they need Loki.
but he can
to-
do that from his fucking throne. Like
Yeah, like something would have to go wrong where he.
he
needs
doesn't have to
fix.
move. Like he can just do it from there.
So that's the only thing. Like, well, yes, it's in a weird thing. If things start happening, that it's a weird. There's a whole deep dive for it, so it'd be weird.
It's weird to bring him back at all now. Like, you just don't.
So
Just do not.
you would only. I think if anything, you'd see him would be a Essence cameo where he's sending a message from the Beyond, basically, and that's where you would see him. I think
It'd just be a voice message or something.
Yeah, that's
his
all I think of that really, because that's the power he has as well. Is he can leave.
But still,
Essence
they're
and
not allowed to
timelines,
do that because otherwise the Eternals would have interfered with. Because they're not allowed to interfere with.
That's why.
So he can't either.
That's where I think it may come into is that side of things where that may happen because there was.
But then that makes no sense for previous things. Like they're not allowed to interfere.
That's what I'm saying though. It might be something where someone's interfering and someone has to stop the interfering and mumbo jumbo nonsense. So yeah, that could be something that might happen. Down the track, who knows yet?
But still, just let him be.
That's the thing with the Secret Wars is like that's going to be like the Secret Wars is meant to be the bigger
Lucky won't be in
climax.
Secret Wars.
No, but I'm saying like Secret Wars is meant to be a bigger climax event than what Endgame was. So it's going to be a big hard top.
It definitely won't.
Like in the comic books, like it was top. Like it was, they kept like I feel like if you do, so this is the thing with Marvel, is if you do Secret Wars. You do Secret Wars and it tops Endgame, you will not be able to top Secret Wars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but nothing's gonna top Endgame in that. Like
that's what I'm saying. So if they manage to get it that good that it does top Endgame,
you need the Russos for that.
Like, because that's where Secret Wars stories is. It's that big of a narrative. It's that good
now, like
that if they manage to do Secret Wars that good that it does beat Endgame in narrative and everything like that, you would definitely not be able to top that. You know what I mean?
Not gonna happen.
No. Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's not gonna happen.
No, but that's what I'm saying, though. Like, I know you're saying it's not gonna happen, but I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. In reality, if Secret Wars was to be that top point...
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't go further than that. Like, because look, like I said, look where Endgame was. Like, Secret Wars would be that, just creeped over. Like, that's what I mean. It's like, Endgame was that good, that if you managed to get Secret Wars just that over it, like, look how, like, fucking Thor did. Like, Ragnarok was that fucking good that 4 couldn't make it. It could not
Thor
get
was
there.
nowhere near the
4 was just
tip of that,
way off. That's what I'm saying. So if they managed to get Secret Wars just over Endgame, you would never again hit that mark. Like, Secret Wars
I
would be...
blame the Russos for making that so good.
Yeah.
Like, they literally just...
2 movies. It's the whole fucking thing. Infinite War, like, and Endgame. Like, the whole...
Infinity War and
like,
Endgame just...
That's what I mean. Like, it's just so... That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like,
that's fucked up. Like, they should have ended that right there. Like, and started fresh.
Like, and that's the only thing that really will happen is with Secret Wars is if they get to that point, because like I said, it's kind of... They're looking at trying to shut down the multiverse and close it all off, and that feels like where Secret Wars is going to be, or whatever it is. That's going to be that point. And once they've done that, it's like... For them, it's the reset button to remilk it again. Reset that button, let's remilk everything, and it's just going to be shit, because you can't redo it. Like, you've done it all. You'd have to restart it, but then go in a completely different set of characters.
You have to use new characters, too. You can't use any of the old ones.
Yeah, exactly. You'd have to do full reboot, whole new characters. Like, that's all you can do.
They should have done that after Endgame.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But they look like
that's where they fucked up.
Like, they're bringing in new characters, but look how long it's taken them to bring in new characters. It's taken a whole phase. Basically, to bring in new characters.
Are we in phase 5 now?
Still 4. I think it is.
Oh, 4.
We're at the end of 4. Next year, I think, is when phase 5 starts.
From the beginning of the MCU, which was the first Iron Man movie, into Endgame, you can't top any of that.
No. That's what
the first 3 phases, man, were just...
100%, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, it's just phenomenal. Yeah. But, anyway, we'll move on from the Marvel stuff. I don't know, because I want to talk about this. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was posted. My dick. I want to talk about my dick. I was reading before. Apparently, Beetlejuice 2 has wrapped filming.
So next year sometime.
It is done.
After they edit all together and do shit.
It's done.
It'll be mid to late next year.
Most probably October next year.
Unless they edit along when they're doing it. I think they do that now. If they edit while
I reckon they might drop it for Halloween next year.
Yeah, right. That's around like mid to late, like
Because
somewhere in.
it's funny too, because Warner Brothers, Warner Brothers Movie World, they're bringing the actual Beetlejuice character back to the theme park.
What for next Halloween?
No, just in general. He's gonna start
Oh.
appearing again. So I think that's in line with everything happening. The Beetlejuice IP coming back, the movie coming out. Let's get the character back on.
Well, the
ground.
4K dropped for the first movie like a few weeks ago. Like,
yeah. So they're really getting it fresh in people's minds again. So Beetlejuice, 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 Beetlejuice.
it is next year confirmed now.
Yeah.
Then
So like it's on track. Like it's Beetlejuice season. I wanted to get that fucking out there as well, and not just talk about Marvel all the time. Even though this is a big Marvel heavy episode.
Marvel, like Disney's just got they do too much.
Oh, and also too, I wanted to mention as well. I only realised I don't think I ever said this earlier. Goosebumps. It's done by Sony Entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why it's like good.
That's right. The Spider-Man movies,
That's
the
what I was
Venom
wondering.
movies.
Yeah, done by.
Well, except for the second one, that went a bit weird, but
It was a bit paced weirdly.
Carnage was a bit quick.
Yeah, it kind of came and went so quickly. I was like, oh, it was a bit of a bum.
But the next one's gonna be good because they have
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
It's a big
Spider-Man
setup.
involved.
And then we've had the Madam Web trailer drop.
Sony.
Sony.
That Madam Web does look good though. I do want to see that.
So that's like that Spider-Man looking character. Just
It's not connected to Spider-Man though. Like it's in that thing, but not like directly connected.
Yeah, they're trying to set something up. It's part of a bigger picture, which I think is what's going to help connect. What I think the whole Madam Web thing is because, like I said, what I know of Madam Web in the comics and that type of character is multiverse related stuff.
It's not physical powers, is it? It's more like mental, isn't it?
I can't. Yeah, it varies. I don't know her too well. All I know is she's part of the multiverse relation of stuff.
Yeah.
But it looks like they gave her the Doctor Strange treatment, which was weird. Like she was in an accident, she came back, and now she has like. I was like, well, this feels like Doctor Strange a little bit. So I'm like,
Yeah, right.
So I don't know what bigger picture they're trying to tie in because I know they're going to try and connect the whole Spider-Man Venom thing together, and they're trying to connect all that stuff in their own multiverse. And we've got Craven coming, and then we've got like so much, and then whatever's going on. There's so much shit going on. So
Oh yeah.
it's one of those things.
I'm not saying it's for the best either, but it's like this movie does look good.
It does. So
It
it'll be
looks
interesting to see
fucking good.
where Sony goes with their entertainment. And
Right?
yeah, what else are they?
I'm just keen.
I think there's anything else that's really big in that sense of movie stuff. Really, game wise, we got the final announcement though now of bloody Last of Us Part 2 remaster.
Yeah,
They
$10 upgrade if you own
They
it.
finally confirmed it, so that we knew it was going to come. We knew it was coming. They'd kind of teased it and talked about it.
I'm intrigued because it's got new levels.
Yeah, they've actually added new stuff. It's like cut content. I was like, ooh.
Well, it was in the original game, but they cut it, but now it's back. So I was like,
Yeah.
it's not like brand new. It's like stuff they cut.
Yeah, so it's a definitive.
So it does. It is gonna fit.
Yeah,
It's just what are they gonna add?
it's I guess it was to change it changes the pacing a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's still going to be interesting to see how much story it adds to it. Like if there's extra things that add more depth to the characters and stuff. Because I feel like it might be stuff more towards the end personally. Because I feel like towards the end of the game,
It could be more Joel from the start too. Because
Could be
who
too.
just cut like.
yeah, because the start kind of just cuts you in. So if it could be the start, it could be
Gonna
the
be
end.
quick.
Like yeah, there are moments where things feel like they paced a little bit. Like especially that ending, how it jumped at the end of the game felt a little bit like. Because you're like here, and then you're here, and you're like, oh, and you're playing between Abby and Ellie, and
That makes sense though, because it builds up
like
to that.
yeah, you're doing that, but like there still feels like there's that weird connection between it because it leads you like it jumps from one time to another time, and then jumps even further again.
So you guys
that's
are gonna get
weird.
more in the days.
And I feel like
more
I
in
wonder if we're gonna
between
get
day
more in
one
there
and
to explain.
four, whatever
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, I wonder if we're gonna get more in there too because I feel like they cut it short. I feel like to break the ending in. That's what I feel personally, because you go, oh, here's something. Oh, they've been captured. And what? Like, I feel like there might be a little bit more to that.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad thing.
To, like, bring it, just to drag it so we know what's going on.
If
That-
that's some
what I
more
feel like.
substance to it.
Could even be like, we know that they even go off, and it could be a tie-in for where the next game's going to be coming in. You know what I mean? Because we know they're going to lead to the next. We're going to have 3 coming at some point. We know we're going to have it.
It's the third one coming eventually, yeah.
And I'm wondering whether it could even be stuff that they cut that was a thing that kind of change the suspenseful ending, which like kind of goes, oh, it's finished or it's not. But this could be a thing where it's like open-ended teaser for the, you know what I mean? Like it could be stuff
The
like
ending
that.
was open-ended though. She just walked off. Like she just.
Yeah. But like
Dina
it could
wasn't
be,
there at the house, and the baby they were gone, and she just walked. So
and that's what I mean. It could be something that kind of
it won't
brings
go
it
further
back.
than that.
So who knows? Like yeah. Well, you got both because you've got Abby's.
Maybe have more. Maybe it's got more Tommy. It's got like more
That's
Joel,
yeah.
Tommy. Like
Could, you know, it could be Abby stuff. We don't.
maybe
we
you
don't
play
really-
as Tommy when he gets there because we don't see we just see points.
That's it. It's like it could anything that could be add extra story narrative that wasn't
Not-
important, but
Probably not play as Tommy, but like get more Tommy interactions. Like
it'd be something that was story. It'd be definitely something because everything when you get cut stuff like that, it's story narrative stuff that wasn't
Yeah.
enough to affect the outcome, but it was enough. You know what I mean? Because
but it'll definitely add more now.
It adds more depth. You get to do a little bit more, and you actually find out a little bit more clues, and you're like, oh, that makes a little bit more sense of why this character's like this, or you know, things like that. A little bit more insight. So you know, who
I'm
knows?
definitely keen though. Like I'll pay the extra $10 to upgrade it just so I can use my thing.
That's
But
it.
I want the physical, so they better release that in Australia because that steelbook looks.
I'll definitely be doing that once I get my PS5. 100%. I'll be definitely getting.
Oh
the,
yeah.
Remasters, buy them again. I'll fucking happily.
Get the part one. It's fucking $50 right now. Like
So that's it. So, and then yeah.
gotta have a good
Okay,
sale.
I mean, I already do have it physical. Technically, if it's just the upgrade, save some money, get the $10 upgrade. I still technically got a disc. Like
On the part two, yeah.
yeah, like it's still got a physical. Anyway, like I still have physical.
Yeah, it's just the first game you can't do that to because it was literally remade for the PS5.
Yeah, because that's the specifically PS5 version they. Because it was it? It went
Yeah.
from being Last of Us. Because it was Last of Us. Was it part? Was it? It was always just. It was just The Last of Us, wasn't it?
Yeah, just The Last of Us. Yeah.
And then they did Last of Us Remastered. And then it became Last of Us Part 1.
Yeah.
Which
the
part
one is the
specific-
PS5.
Yeah, is exclusive for PS5, which I'll have to buy for my collection. You know, because I it's funny because like I own like.
I
Last
don't
of Us-
recommend the old one now because it looks PS3 still.
Because like
but
I own
like early PS4.
I own Last of Us on PS3. I own Last of Us Remastered on PS4. I think it was, and then
So you're on PS5 as
and then I'll
well.
have to buy the PS. Then I'll buy the PS5 version. Then I'll have Last of Us Part 2, and then I'll have well, I'd maybe not buy the physical, but I might down the track when it's cheaper. You know, like
Physical is pretty cheap. Like it's like maybe $19 from like EB or something.
So I already have
It's always on sale now.
on 4. So you know, like I'm saying, like when 2 comes out, like I can wait a little bit and buy the physical of 2 on the PS5 down the track. You know what I mean? Like
I don't think it's an Aussie release. I think it's only American, which is sad.
What physical you reckon? They're not going to do a physical.
It's only through Naughty Dog.
Oh, they're only doing an exclusive release through.
Just like part one,
Oh, so
that
they-
Firefly edition
so-
was
so
only
they-
the US.
So they're actually only pushing like.
That's why I was like, please give us an Australian one.
But that's what I'm saying, wouldn't they? Because didn't they? Isn't that's the though? We got a physical though of PS5 Part 1 though.
Yeah, only the normal one. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the same.
only
So,
a normal case.
so we should get a normal version of of Part 2 as well. You reckon? Or are they just pushing
It's a $10 upgrade,
that's all they're pushing is the $10 upgrade.
or you have to buy the thing separately if you don't own it. It's going to cost you a bit more.
Well, that's what I'm wondering if it's just the standard physical they'll release. They'll just charge the $90 or whatever, $100 for it.
Yep.
That's
So
what
you
I'm
just
saying.
better buying a pre-owned, like a part 2, and then
Yeah.
just upgrade it to
Oh,
$10.
yeah.
Like
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they bring out the PS5,
that's what I'll be doing because I already own it. So
that's what I was thinking. Because if they bring out the PS5 version of Last of Us Part 2 on physical, and you wait a year or 2, and then it's like, oh, $30 or $20, buy it then.
yeah, but
But if they're not releasing it at all,
I don't think they are.
yeah.
It's only got the still. I mean, we don't know. It comes out next January, so we'll find
Yeah.
out then.
If they book it,
We'll
so-
find out if JB or EB stock it first.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So it's been revealed, but I haven't seen it nowhere. So
No one else has really confirmed, going, yes, we're taking it. It's just
Nope.
bummer.
You know, it is kind of sad, isn't it? It's kind of sad. I was like,
But still
but come on, we want a physical here. Like,
And
if
then
you're in
what's going
Australia, give us some fucking stuff that US only get. Like, give us some different editions. Like,
I haven't even heard what's going on with that show though. Like season 2.
season 2 starts filming in January
Okay, so then it'll be a bit until we get it.
2025.
Yeah. Do
Ready for part 3.
you reckon they'll do that though? Do you reckon they'll be
Oh
filmed?
yeah, they will.
They'll film it and then wait, or they'll film it and then drop it
Oh
at the end of
yeah.
the year.
I mean,
Because when did they?
what time did it drop this year? Was it early? So I reckon early 2025.
When was Last of Us?
It was earlier mid this year. They dropped the Steelbook Raga like late this year, like a few months ago.
Um,
Wait, was it this year or was it last year? Does.
um,
When was the show? Hang on, I'll look on JB for the date.
no, well, they filmed it between July 2021 and June 2022. I think a lot of it was because of season-based stuff they were trying to capture.
We have to do it again, like.
And then I think a lot of it too was COVID affected because I remember they did say they had a delay because of COVID.
Okay, so the physical came out July this year. So it would have been end of last year that it was on, you know.
Then it was on. It dropped.
So it could be late 2024.
It premiered on January 15th, 2023.
So no, it'd be 2025.
So well, they film depends on when they want to. If they're starting to film in January though, and they film for
it could be late or early next year, like.
they film for 6 months. It could be it could be the end of 2024.
But then again, this is bigger than the whole first season. This is gonna be like multiple.
Yeah, so if it's gonna be bigger, then if they film,
You have to do it all in one take, like not one take, but like all in one go. So multiple seasons. So who fuck knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? If they're doing one season or two, like.
Well, that's it. They could turn the game into 2 seasons because that's what the game felt like. They could get 2 seasons out of this. So you could have season 2 and season 3, even season 4 that covers just the second game. They could do 3 seasons that cover the second game.
But then you have to add the third game in there eventually.
And then once that comes, depending on how big that game is, that
I
story
reckon that's 2025. They're gonna add the third game because they're definitely working on it for the last couple of years.
The fact that we're getting
Easy.
they're doing the remaster to milk us over, do us over a bit.
Not milk it, but we do need we're getting extra content. That's not really milking it.
No, well, not milking the exact words I'm trying. Is filling us. So like, because you think about it, we had the show. We had like
people want it.
Because you think about it, we had because when did part 1 drop on PS5? That was earlier this year as well, wasn't it?
Part 1. Let me have a look.
Because I'm just trying to think timeline wise how it seems to have dropped.
The Last of Us Part 1 was September 22nd, 2022.
Okay, so that dropped, and then we had the TV show drop at the start of the year, and then we've had a bit of a gap, and then we'll have the new series. Yeah, because
that dropped around the time the show. When did the show? Oh, in January
2023. Yeah.
Yeah, so that before, 4 months before.
So we had the game drop, gave people to get it, play it again. Then the show dropped.
Yeah, that was 5 months before the show.
So prepare you to rewatch. So then you played the game again if you didn't play it or you did play it. Then you had the media of the show to compare with it to get you the feel for it. Then when did part 2 was way before that, so I know we had that beforehand. Now we've had a bit of a breather from it. Now we've got part 2 coming
in January.
Which then the show starts filming, and then the game the game will do people over again, and then we'll have the show drop at the end of the year, and then if you think about it, and then they'll be working, and then the game
part 3 in 2024.
Yeah,
sometime.
so it keeps you kind of like
5. I mean, not 4. 5.
Yeah. Yeah, so you've got like gap.
I just want more.
That makes sense because then you've got like it's their content for 6 months, 6 months off a bit or so, 6 to 8 months off, then it's there again, another 6 8 months off, then it's there again, and then like because I think I think they'll have the show, then the game will come out, and then we'll just have show to follow us out to kind of do us out because I don't think they'll just do the trilogy. There's no more you could do after that. They don't that'd be milking the game too much. I think trilogy would be the best for the narrative.
Unless you're doing like spin-offs and that.
Yeah. That's the only thing.
Like we'll get more of like Abby when she's getting to that stage and shit. Like I do want that as well.
I honestly
I kind of
feel
want
like
young Joel, him and Tommy doing bad shit. Like
but I know. I honestly feel like me personally. I honestly feel like the next game will follow Abby. That's just how I feel. I still feel like because her story is like left open.
Or
I
it'd be
feel
a prequel. One
I
of
feel
them.
like Ellie's story is kind of like wrapped up a bit. Her arc is kind of
Like,
done.
I want Joel's like dealing days. Like, fuck.
That would be cool, like the early days, seeing those two play,
Like the 20 years of like the apocalypse that it was in, like 20 or 30,
Yeah.
what the fuck it was. Like the 20, doing all the bad shit with Tommy and shit, like, dang,
Yeah.
I want that.
Before we got to that point in time. I know.
And then have like Pedro play a young version, like
Who knows?
fully, like fully clean face and shit, like he was in the.
That's it.
In the start of the game.
It could be anything. Fuck. We're going. And I'm just trying to think. We've been talking about all this kind of shit. You got anything you want to talk about there on your list at all? Do you have a list of stuff? You said you were prepping, and I thought I'd better bring up your prep stuff before we decide to wrap this up. So, before we get
I was happy. I did what you did, does.
Yeah. Yes, you got the Zeldas.
Yes, I got the Zeldas.
The Wind Waker.
Fucking heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got the 2 fucking books and shit, like, dang.
I know.
But got the Zeldas.
I feel like
I was happy. Got a controller. Which
oh, you got one of those ones.
a 2-tone. Like, fuck, I didn't want that, but I got it anyway.
They're cool though. They're cool, those controllers. I like that.
And I continued the damn collection, my boy.
Yep.
Forza 2 and 3.
Fuck yeah.
After I got messed around with them, but so I ordered 2 more and they worked.
Yep.
They come through. So, but yeah, just little pickups I do when I get them.
That's
a week.
What's with me? I did my bloody
memory card.
I did ask you. I was talking about that earlier.
Which we spoke about earlier, like when I got it, like a few days ago. Like 16 megabytes was a lot back then.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll say that's
as a memory card. Yeah,
and it was funny because
fucking
we were talking
bargain
about
that is.
We're talking about these games with mules the other day. That's what made me think about it when I was looking. I was like, oh, so I got to get out the old PS2 for that and crank these.
Or get a new one if you can't find it. You said.
That's it. They actually look.
I mean,
good.
PSUs are cheap. Like they're like $100.
Like these photos on the back of these games, it's kind of funny. You look at the photos on the back of these, and they look like better, just definitive games than what Grove shit did.
Yeah, they have to look good. It's on the back of the case.
From PS,
they
from the
make you buy it.
Like they looked very upscaled because it's like a larger, 2006 and.
Yeah, they make you buy it.
2007. Because I got these on PSP, but yeah.
Yeah. It'll play better on the PS2 though. Because they were made for console and then ported to PSP.
And then went backwards.
I think, or they're made for PSP. I don't know.
They were made for PSP, but I feel like they're definitely a better. Yeah.
But you on the PSP, you only got one thumbstick, so you'd be better on there.
It plays weird. It honestly plays weird because I tried playing them on the PSP and
it's
just not right. Anyway.
But also I finished COD the campaign.
Yes, he finally did it.
I am pissed.
After all this bitching and moaning, I just said, just finish it, and then you can bitch and moan about it.
I didn't bitch and moan. I just said it's crap. And
that's all I wanted you to do. Just finish it, get the crappy taste out of your mouth, and then just.
It is a DLC after that.
Yeah. We
they pretty much finished off Modern Warfare 2.
100%. We figured that out. Remember did we explain when you? We did last episode, didn't we? When you installed it, we explained that last episode.
Yeah. But did Makarov die in the second game originally?
Yeah, he did, I think.
Because in this, he just fucking got away.
Yeah.
So DLC, like...
Left open for Modern Warfare 4 for him to come back?
Well, 4, but still 2 DLC, like, bruh.
But see how the game was set like 4 years, which then made it set before Modern Warfare 1?
Yeah, that was a quick second. That was a quick little mission. Like...
But like, that means that stuff...
Yeah, it was pretty much them capturing Makarov. That's why he was in prison.
Yeah. It was like a full circle.
That's good, like, push him just...
Full circle. Yeah, so remember, so that's that mission I was telling you about. So you're pushing him through, but his hands are tied up.
Yeah.
So when I was pushing him, he somehow ended up behind me, knocked me over, and then he's like standing over me, and he's like his hands aren't even tied, and then he stomps on my face and knocks me out. I was like, how the fuck the game has him tied in handcuffs and you're shoving him the whole time?
Oh, mine, he was just walking, looks like.
Yeah, but
like,
if you walk away from him, he.
I did do that.
Yeah, he comes up behind you and knocks you out.
fuck?
And then he stomps on your face.
But I like the story is good, but it's shit that they locked it behind a full fucking $89 fucking game. Like,
Yeah.
I'm feeling that Activision are rushing the devs because that should have been attached to last year's game.
Missing content.
Because that ended just, and this ended just.
Because the ending of Modern Warfare 2 was basically you took an old mate with a sniper, and then that was basically it ended. You took an old mate because he had him hostage, and you were playing as Ghost, and you sniped him, and then you're like, we're done. You're like, yep, mission, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like that felt like an open. It felt like an ending, but not like an ending. Like it was kind of like a weird moment. You're like,
And
oh,
Shepard is still. Nothing happened to Shep. He's still just casually doing his thing.
Yeah.
I did like the little detail they put with Makarov though, when he's in the van, like in the chopper with like soap going off, and he's like, I'll get you eventually."
Yeah. Foreshadow.
He fucking did.
Yeah.
Like he really hated soap.
Well, you got the end. Well, you saw that ending at the end with Price and Shepard. At the end.
Don't tell me it's in the credits.
You finished it, dude, didn't you? Did you skip the credits?
Yeah.
The end scene where Shepard's in his office. He walks in his office and then he turns on the light and Price is sitting in the corner and he goes, "I'll tell you, I'll be back." And it's like, what are you gonna do? And then he gets up and he's like standing. He walks out the door and he pulls his gun out and he's like, "Hey, what are you gonna do? You better do it." And he goes, He says whatever it is and he shoots him.
Dang, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's at the end of the credits. I think must have been. But yeah, Price kills Shepard.
Why'd they put that so you can skip it though? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's weird that you can skip it. But yeah, he kills
Because I skipped the credits, so I'm like, I'm not watching credits, and then it just put me in the menu.
Price, funny, because remember how he was in court, and he was kind of like, he had a, because remember the thing was...
They all betrayed each other, like everyone's going against everyone, like...
The deal was that Shepard had to admit to what he had done, and even Price said to him, if you don't admit to what you've done, I will kill you, or whatever it was. You will regret it, or whatever it was. And he did, because Shepard lied. He didn't take credit.
Yep.
Graves was covering his own ass, but Graves was always the bad guy. He's like, I was only following orders.
I mean, Graves isn't bad. He just followed Shepard's orders.
Yeah, but at the same time, he didn't give two shits. He didn't question it at all. He didn't say, hey, we shouldn't be doing this.
Well, he kind of did, but he did it because he's literally the lapdog, like...
Yeah, but he was happy to turn on him at a switch of a finger.
Oh, like, yeah.
Like, that's...
Because he knew he was doing bad things, like...
Yeah.
He just couldn't do anything because he would have killed Graves, like...
But I love Price. He's just the attitude he has.
But like, Graves is good. Like, he just got led through Shepard's, you know...
He's on that
sewage mess.
Yeah.
Which kind of fucked him over
that's why,
in the long run.
That's the end. Shepard got what he deserved in the end. Price warned him, and he finished it.
But why lock that behind a cutscene at the end? Like, at the end, you can skip it. Like, why?
I thought I skipped my credits and I saw it come up, but...
I didn't get anything. I just skipped it and went back to the menu, like, bruh.
Unless it was something you had to do through the game that ended up unlocking the cutscene. It's so weird if they did that.
But that'd be weird because there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, no,
but
cool.
No, the campaign is... You can tell the open missions that were tacked on there, the one with the armor plates. Because you can tell on a mission, if you don't have armor plates, it's a normal COD mission.
Yeah.
If you have armor plates, it's open. It's like, and the good ones are the non-armor plates.
Yeah.
Because what was listed, they said this last year.
Yeah.
It was a 6-mission DLC.
Yep.
The 6 missions don't have the armor plate.
Yeah.
They tack those on, charge full price with the zombies. Yep. And it's like, because they don't fit at all. It's like open. It's like...
Yeah. I know, so that's what I mean, because you go from being, like, say, normal missions to end up being missions. It's like, why do you need armor plates now when you didn't need them before in the other missions and you're being shot up at?
Why do you need all this extra gear to do a mission when you don't have that before? You just get set loadouts.
And then when you die as well, when the thing is too, when you die, if you're doing those open world missions, right?
You can self-revive.
No, okay, so... You know when you go into the game, you're defaulted
given...
You're given, like, that default loadout when you load into those open world missions,
yeah.
right? But if you die and you restart the mission, you can change your weapon loadout. You can choose which guns you want to take in with you. It's like, well, that's not there at the start of it, so it's like it's an option that they made. But like I say, because
it's literally DMZ.
Afterwards. Yeah, it's been tacked in afterwards because you've died. Oh,
just
respawn.
mostly exfil.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the campaign is good, but those missions just pissed me off.
Yeah, it was...
You get spotted by one guy, boom.
Well, that island one I did end up doing that so stealthily.
On veteran, you're fucked.
Yeah. because there's no place to really cover. Like it's hard.
No.
Like,
Especially the one where you got to defuse the bombs. Oh my! I did that fully stealth. Like no one
Oh.
saw me at all.
Yeah, that one's a pain in the ass. The bomb.
There's a lot of people there. I just had to one by one just pew, 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 from the rooftops.
Clear them all out. Yeah.
And then you know how you got the exfil and you got the chopper there. I flew straight from the top of the roof onto the blades and killed myself.
Well, that climbing that building is crazy because there's so many different little fucking shortcuts and platforms. That's weird because then like there's all these zip lines that are useless to get down to the bottom, but you can't use them until you get the ascender at the end of that mission.
Which is on the top of the building.
Yeah, so then why would you need to use zip lines to go back down to the bottom of the building? It made no sense. Like, is it because now you got the ascender?
Because it was a tacked on mission, like it was one of them open ones, like bruh.
But like once you've got to that point, because it was open mission, but it was weird because it plays like an open mission, but also
some
plays
of them
like
missions were so fucking good,
Mm.
but it's dragged down by those shitty ones.
Like I liked that apartment one because it felt like that. It felt
Oh,
like
you gotta go
it was
up
weird.
all the stories.
Yeah,
You got all
like
the...
it's open.
Oh, it's so good.
Like that's the weird part. Like that's the only one that felt like it was both because it was like I said, it was an open world mission in a sense.
Not really open because it was just that skyscraper.
No. That's what I mean though. It was a hybrid between the two of them, and that actually worked.
That was a COD mission, like a normal one.
It was like
have.
an essence of both in the
But
one,
like-
and that worked. But when you had that open world thing, where you had like scan for like the collect the black box basically, that was just like weird as. It was just like, oh, here's this one house that managed to survive where this plane crashed.
Yeah.
They set up camp here. and
Oh
then,
man,
like,
I hated it where you gotta get the phone fucking scan.
yeah, it was so stupid.
On veteran, you're fucked. Like you,
And you're taking out these guys, and they keep coming back. You're like, where the fuck are they coming from? And you haven't even alerted them. And they kept coming back and people spotting you. Like, what the fuck? I've just taken these guys out.
when the first truck pulls up, it knows where you are instantly.
Like, oh. It's just...
I raged so hard. I tried that for an hour trying to do it. Probably even longer than an hour, maybe. I don't even know.
The island one was good. I liked the one with the island, the mansion house on the island where you had to interrogate what's her name. That was cool.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty easy.
That's
though,
what I
on
like
Veteran.
that one. That was one of my favorite open world. Out of all the open world ones they had,
Yeah.
that was my favorite one because you
And
actually
then
had
you fucking
objectives.
Ghost just had to stare at it, and she's like, okay.
Yeah, like that one actually had objectives. Like you had to go get the guy. Like that's why I said it felt like a Hitman mission because you had to go get the guy, get the key card, then go to activate the thing with the key card. Then you had to go to this other thing and get the other thing, and then go to here. Like you were
to
given.
to her safe room where she is.
So like that was kind of cool how they did that.
I'm gonna be sad now. Like Soap and Ghost interact so well. Now it's just gonna be Ghost.
Yep.
Like Ghost was the good cop. No, I mean Johnny was the good cop. Ghost was bad cop.
Yeah.
Like he was trying to do it as calm as possible.
Yep.
Then Ghost had to step in. It's just like, I'm sure pissed I killed Johnny like that.
Oh, it's fucking savage. Fucking savage.
I mean, he has to die. He died in the original, but like, it was way different. Like, wasn't it in the snow he died before?
Something like that. I want to kind of almost play the game again, the original one. See how it.
Yeah, because they're way better.
Just done so different. Like it's not even like it's like.
I mean, the missions are
even
there,
a-
but they're in different orders, and
Yeah, because it's like it's not even a remake or a remaster. Like it's like
it's
complete-
a reimagining.
like even like a reboot. Like it's not even because like everything's done differently. Like characters are aware of characters before other things, and the narratives are done differently, and with like everything's
Yeah, because
just so
it's
different.
what they would have done back then, but they did it now. Like,
Well, because the old COD games, I guess, kept to that COD recipe of how they did stuff, and then this is the
but
new
now they
way.
can change it.
I do like the new.
I prefer this price over the old price.
Yeah, like I
prefer
like
these characters over the old ones.
Yeah, like I say, I preferably like how they're doing COD now because it feels more coherent. Where when I try playing the older CODs, the missions jumping around from character to character is so confusing that you kind of I got characters.
Kind of was
arcs
in this as well, because it's like
blended.
you're like so many different characters. You play as Ghost, Soap, Gaz, Prize. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, who the fuck am I now?
Well, that's what I felt like with the original ones, but it was just so more done, more choppy in the originals a bit.
Yeah.
Like, they played great. Like, the old
I
games
kind of
played
do want
great.
to play them now, like,
But yeah, they just felt...
because they are
weird.
remastered. You can play them on PS5 and shit. Like,
So, definitely want to try them.
tempting.
Again.
Because I remember, like, because they had the snow mission. They had the Warcraft, you're shooting on everyone. That was the back, like, you're shooting down to help your squad mates. All that was there in different orders.
Yeah. Or they
Because I
changed them
swear
up.
there was a snow mission where you climb a snow mountain. You had the fucking the ski mobiles.
Well,
That
was
wasn't
like,
even in there.
that
Like,
was like the mission when you play as Price and you had to try and get to that nuclear site and the terrorists evac with the thing. That reminded me of one of the missions.
Yeah.
I think it was from Modern Warfare 2, but you had to evac with the thing with the chopper. Like you had to get to the payload
Yeah.
and then ride the chopper. And it almost felt like that, but done differently, where you didn't get to ride the payload out and stop at the
also,
bomb.
we didn't
Like,
get a resolution to that. He just had the gas and that was it. Just ended.
yeah, like it just didn't continue on from that arc piece. Like they didn't really explain much.
It just kills people. Like, it just burns you.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's what they were trying to stop from him from letting off. Like you go to the station, that's what was in that bomb basically.
yeah,
they were
because
trying to say.
he would have killed millions with
Yeah.
with that. I mean, he kind of did stop it, but they killed a few in the process.
But also,
But,
I
like,
was gonna say
it's got nothing to do about zombies, thank fuck. But
no, but you can see
'cause
where
if they
zombies.
tied that in,
You can see where zombies parallel.
it's got nothing to do with zombies.
No, no,
though.
no. But I was gonna
Oh,
say,
yeah.
you see, it's like the parallel universe where, in the main storyline, he's looking for the gas to let off into the. He's trying to find the secret, that weapon to let off the
But
gas.
that's just a one that just burns you, like it kills
Yeah,
you.
but in the zombies parallel universe, the same thing's happening. Makarov's looking for this ultimate weapon, but it's a zombie virus instead in a parallel universe. Like, it's kind of cool seeing the two parallels. Like, they're
I'm
following the
just
same
happy they
story
didn't
arc.
link them together because
Yeah.
that would have been fucked.
Exactly it. So, because in that timeline,
Like
the
the,
zombies...
the dude who like grabbed on the price when he's getting lifted out, it's like he's like,
It
like he's dying. Like,
it was essence of zombies, though. Like, you know what I mean? It kind of had that almost essency of zombies. Like, it felt like that.
yeah,
how
but
it looked
no,
like that.
because he was just trying not to die. Like,
That's what I mean, though. That's what I'm saying, though. But like, it felt like
it's like
what the
save me.
I know, but like that's what that's what I saw as the essence
Yeah.
was, because that was the real world. Like,
But that's in
chemical
everything
warfare.
of gas though. Someone's always there to try and hang on. Like,
Yeah. No, but like just how he looked and how he was acting, and kind of.
I was
it
so
almost-
confused. I'm like, what the fuck is? Oh fuck, run!
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what it paralleled. Like, because you see him because he's like help me,
Yeah.
but it looked like he was turning almost into a zombie, but he wasn't. He was dying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the
Yeah.
parallel. Like, if a real gas poison of what it would do versus fancy gas poison.
That's what would happen.
Like-
Like, you just die. Like,
Like, one was a real one.
it pretty
One,
much burns you on the inside.
one
and shit.
side's a real world aspect and one's a fake, fantasy world aspect. Like I said,
Yeah.
one's zombies and one's not. So it's kind of cool that you're seeing both aspects of a parallel universe branch, kind of happening parallel to each other. So,
That
it's cool. I like that.
I
It was
did
cool.
like that Makarov mission though, where you're running through the airport. That was so good. That felt more like that no Russian mission, but also no because if they do it was pretty shit still. But like,
yeah, it was kind of weird.
it was so good. It was so good.
But like,
I shot a civilian by accident. I kept failing. Like, civilian, fuck,
they
civilian,
kept
fuck.
getting in the way. It was a pain in the ass.
The ones who take hostage, they're literally, you can't see them, they're right behind them.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Like, I shoot this guard in the face and he goes, you shot a civilian. Like,
Yeah. So the thing I was gonna say though, the only thing that's good with the zombies timeline is Soap is still alive. That's the only thing good with the
because
zombies.
it's not connected to the
No,
story.
he didn't die in that. He hasn't died in that timeline. So. Because remember that cutscene for it, you see him.
They're two different things, yeah.
Because in that original cutscene they had, responding to the call, you see them like in the chopper coming to respond to the call, and they're going to the site of where the zombie virus had been leaked out. It's kind of funny. So. Who knows where that's going to go
But
with that.
no, overall, I'll give the campaign, like a 5.
Mm.
It had its highs but a lot of lows.
Mm.
A lot of cheap deaths because of just sheer numbers on veteran. Like, you just... And they're like aimbots.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get away.
I do like though that there's that one mission you're going to do through the snow that like you really get to see the squad, the NPCs, your like ally NPCs actually do stuff.
Oh, the one where it got all the snipers?
Yeah, like the NPC, like your squad actually did stuff. Like because I hated in Modern Warfare 2.
No,
where,
they just...
Oh, they didn't help you with yours?
They sat behind logs and trees and it's like, I'm just killing them.
Dude, I actually lay there at some points. I just made one
I
shot.
couldn't...
And
I mean, you were on normal though, right?
Yeah. So
Maybe because I was on veteran, they didn't do shit because I couldn't pop up. I had to stay prone the whole time because otherwise, dead. Like,
yeah, they sniped.
bruh.
Yeah, once you that was they helped with that, but it was definitely after you got past those snipers to that like evac point.
Oh, when you're on the
NPCs,
ice river, like,
They definitely helped a lot more there though too. Like
yeah, when on
but,
the
like
ice
leading
river,
into it,
because
they helped. But like in like Modern Warfare 2 and like other COD games, your ally NPCs like your squads, they never really do anything. They just pretend to shoot but never
They
actually
just
be
go
accurate.
is at nothing.
Like you'd lay there and watch him shoot, and you see him go cover and shoot, and then reload, but then no one would die. But like, and then but
But
like
that
this
was
time,
like 20 years ago, bro.
yeah. And like that's what I felt
Back
that
when
like Modern
AI
Warfare
was
2
iffy.
and Modern
Still
Warfare
is.
1 was a bit like that. But like at least with this Modern Warfare 3 DLC, Modern Warfare 2 DLC, they actually did something. I felt like the NPC squad were actually doing
It
something.
is like,
I could lay there, and they were actually shooting the enemies and killing them.
yeah.
Like
I
they were
mean,
getting
slowly than what you were doing, but
yeah.
yeah, they
So
were definitely
they still
killing.
want you to shoot them, but like you could literally, if you got a
Yeah.
good cover spot, let them take them out, and they would actually do it. Like I like that
Yeah.
they're actually incorporating that now. Like more so, like I want more of that in games. So then, if you do veteran, it's going to be hard still because you're still going to get that one shot kill from yourself, you know. But they actually helping you. You know what I mean?
It's hard.
Because I feel like they need to
Like I was, whew,
like it's still hard, but maybe just
the weird
handicap a
spots
little
I
bit.
got through on sheer fucking luck. I think.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
the freaking the big ice lake when you had them up on the top and then they come in the cars.
That was
I was
crazy.
underneath. The cars come from the side. I had to quickly run across the open field,
Oh no.
dive behind the boat, and then I found an RPG. I'm like,
Yeah. RPG grenade launcher. There's explosives.
I was like, yeah.
There was well placed explosives there for you to help.
I needed it because I was so padding the ammo. He was other side of the fucking battlefield
No, that's what they do. That's
with the whole
so
fucking
much-
gang. I was off
so
by
many
myself over this
explosives.
side. I'm like the veteran is the best way to play COD.
True experience.
You may rage a lot, but it's more real. Like it's real. Like you get shot one hit, you're dead.
Yeah.
You have to take cover. If you don't take cover, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Especially in the Makarov tunnel, like in that tunnel, like fucking
Oh.
the Juggernaut. Them Juggernauts are pushovers, man.
Fucking crazy.
I got the one in the tunnel hit by a train.
Oh, yep.
I was up on the side, and this Juggernaut just come walking at me, and he's like, "He can't get me. I'm just up there. And they can't climb
Yeah,
up."
they jumped down. Yeah.
And then I heard, is that a train coming? Smush!
That's hilarious. That's great.
But Juggernauts were pretty easy. I just shot them in the face, and they didn't do shit. They couldn't even hit me.
Oh, they were hard on normal.
Well, they're still hard, but like
Yeah.
I just
I
got a
like,
good gun and just.
yeah, that was like interesting. I wonder if they changed the balance to make it feel a bit different because. Yeah.
Oh no, they're still killing one hit. Like if
Yeah.
you're not careful, they still fucking get you. But I was playing smart.
You
I
definitely.
was taking a lot of cover I could.
Mm.
I'm like, I'm not dying to these fucking Juggernauts
Oh yeah, fucking 100%. They get coming too.
because they're bots on fucking veterans.
Yeah.
They know where you are at all times.
Oh, 100%. They know where you are anyway. Like they know you're on normal. It's crazy.
And the fact that I died so much, like I probably died 200 times in that campaign.
Oh god.
Like it's just fuck.
My lord.
But I got my trophy. I was happy. My
That's it.
veteran one.
Yep.
Another fact: the previous DLC, we already know what it is. But every chapter had a trophy in Modern Warfare 2 and 1, I think.
Yeah.
In this, nothing.
There's no actual. Yeah.
Because it's DLC.
Yeah. No wait. You had chapters for what in.
The chapters. You know how you get trophies, achievements for every chapter complete?
Yeah.
But in this, you didn't?
Wait, you had that in Modern Warfare? Wait,
What?
you had that in Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah, I think you got a trophy every chapter, I think.
No,
right?
I didn't. I only got 3 achievements for Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, maybe it's that then. I don't know, but you only get one in this. You get one right at the end.
Yeah, that's all I got as well.
DLC.
I have more achievements in Modern Warfare 3 as DLC than I have for Modern Warfare 2. I've played the whole game. I did the whole campaign. I only got like 3 achievements out of it, and that's it.
I got
any
7, I think.
I haven't got any
7 or
other
5.
achievements. It's so dumb.
I got one for doing 5 armaments in the open combat missions.
Yeah, that was easy.
I got one for killing 12 people going down the start of on the first mission, going down the rappel.
Yeah, I did that.
Killing 12 people there, got that. And at the end, something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But like, I don't care. There's no
Doesn't-
platinum, so
No, it's just one of those things. It was weird. Weird.
I played it for the
Weird.
freaking story. I can uninstall the story now.
And that's,
Like,
and that's what I was saying. Just play it, do the story, get your story done, fuck it off. It's been there. You've experienced it. Then you've got.
I mean, you
zombies
kind of
and-
need it for the next game, but also I could have just watched it because it's only just cutscenes anyway.
That's it. Well,
But you notice how the cutscenes were just them talking and text pop up, like just them.
a lot of
Whereas in 2 and 1, they had actual interaction between the people, between missions, and actual cutscenes. When it was just them going around a map, just
There was, it was a mixture of 50-50. Well, even the cutscenes in Modern Warfare 3 were very 50-50. You had actual dialogue, like them talking, and then those other ones.
yeah, which were the ones that go over the 6 missions, and then you had
Yeah.
the shitty fucking just
Yeah,
zoom
so
around the map, looking at someone's face, like
Yeah.
bruh.
So they had the cutscenes to match the game.
takes it out of it, like.
Mm. Yeah.
But the multiplayer is the only good part about the game, and
It's
I do
fun.
like the multiplayer.
It is fun.
It's back to being COD, where it wasn't as good last year.
No. The update slowly kind of brought it back.
Now it's like it's in that sweet spot where they shouldn't change it now. Like, just keep it as it is.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's my COD rant. I'll give it an overall package. It is a 7.
Yeah. Now you that's what I'm
Overall.
saying. That's what I was saying. That's why I said it felt like a 7 as well. Like it's if it wasn't for like the multiplayer feeling so good, and like having the zombies, which is
Yeah, we
actually
definitely
fun,
like a 5.
yeah. If it wasn't for that, like the
Like
campaign,
zombies is boring. I think like it's
I think from how they built like as a mode that it's been built as and stuff like that kind of perspective, it's really solid. It's good. It's a good engine. It's good mechanic. Like the whole thing of like what they've done. I like it. It's cool. That's me personally. Like I like how they built it. Like it is a solid mechanic like mode. What I'm trying to say, but like
but
what,
I just
what they got you to do out of it because the whole DMZ side of things, it can be a bit average because like they've got to try to add a story through it, which is through objectives, which is just kill like X amount of zombies or find this switch. And then
which
get
I
this
found
gun.
out. You know, to unlock the missions, one of the IGN people played for 24 hours and finally got the next mission.
What the hell?
Yeah, progression is fucked on there because they lock it away.
Yeah. What was it for the next actual chapter of the story?
Yeah, like no, just in general, they lock it away. You have to play so much of it.
I've already completed like most of all the story missions for the first chapter. It's so easy to do.
That's what I mean.
Like it's so bad. That's the thing. I'm confused because it's very basic stuff. Like it's literally kill like 15 zombies, get a gun, pack a punch it. Like that's the first chapter stuff. Like it's very minimal gameplay stuff.
yeah.
Like it's very nothing.
Like it is just DMZ though, like just with zombies.
I prefer this though because I wasn't a big fan of DMZ, and this kind of makes DMZ style gameplay a lot more fun. But yeah, I know.
The zombies aren't threatening. At least
Not
in the
too.
first wave, like in the first outer area, they just pushovers.
Yeah.
Second, if you got a pack-a-punch gun or a mystery box, they're pretty easy.
That's the point of it, yeah. Like that's the point of the It's that middle boss in the middle is fucked. Like that thing is
Yeah,
fucking ridiculous.
you have to have like fully pack-a-punch weapons and
Fully
shit to get in there,
pack-a-punch, have a juggernaut, like everything, explosives.
and it's quite a 6.
Yeah, like it is fucked. So
We can have a squad. Can you go bigger than 6?
no,
Nah, you gotta have 2 squads, I think. Like, not just my thing. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, it's not your thing, but like as a mode though, like I see it as it's pretty solid. It's good, like from the perspective of like mechanical mode, what they've created.
Like, I feel that Treyarch should have kept it out of this and kept it for their game next year, as they should have.
I think they're definitely using
Maybe
this.
refined a bit more.
I think that's why they're doing it. I think that's why they're putting it out, getting the feedback. And that's the gimmick as well. It's like, oh, we'll put this in this game, get an extra mode into it, get people to test it. We'll
And
come back and
tinker
refine
it
on
for
it.
next game.
Because then I wouldn't be surprised the next one will actually be DMZ Zombies, where you may actually, because this one here you got to think about it. You work with allies as well. The next one might end
Just
up,
like DMZ.
yeah, it might end up being like DayZ, where you go in, other players are your enemies and zombies are your enemies. Like, they might end up doing that. I wouldn't be surprised with a more fleshed out system where things make sense to, you know, do more with it. So it may end up becoming like a more of a Tarkov-ish kind of game. Like, I wouldn't be surprised that might be the thing they go for because they're trying to flesh it out.
Who knows?
And work on it. Like,
I mean, maybe.
It.
Hopefully.
You know, because it is, if you think about it, it is very base, minimal cons. Like, it works straightforward, out of the box. Like
just killing zombies and the mercenaries who come during missions. Like,
yeah, it works. Like, it's very basic and it works. And I wouldn't be surprised they want to try and flesh that out and make more, like, get that more refined and give more to it. Go, okay, this has just got this. It's going to get boring a bit quickly, most probably. Let's add more to it. What do we do to add more to it? And get that feedback and go, okay, we'll incorporate that into the next mode that we'll actually put into our next game and have it better again, you know? And then that we'll be left with the base minimal crappy version in the end of it. And then Treyarch's next game, you know, when they do their game, will have a better refined version of it. There'll be a more definitive
I just
version.
feel that they should have all the team work on one game every 4 years.
Yeah.
3 to 4 years.
Because they keep trying to say, like, oh, we want to have these war zones exist longer and more, but then you don't get a chance to when they keep resetting them.
Because don't forget, they wanted Modern Warfare 2 as a 2-year game.
Yeah.
This year was meant to have no COD.
But we got Modern Warfare 3 because it technically is
until next year's COD. Yeah, like because it was DLC. Like they literally said it was DLC.
Yeah. So technically, we still got that 2-year gap because it's DLC. Like, it's just add on to give more that we've paid $90 for. Force fed $90. We're like, just say it was DLC.
This might be my last COD that I buy after that though, because that was fucking scummy.
It's gonna like, I'll still buy them and play them, but it'll definitely see how, like, for you the next game will.
I'll probably won't be day one. I'll probably get them when they're way cheaper.
Yeah. See how it goes, kind of thing, and then I'll give it a feedback.
Yeah, like I'll look at, you know, reviews when it comes out and be like, yeah or nah, like yay or nay.
That's it.
Because the way they fucked this over, like that campaign was
that's why 100%. I
decent.
100% agree. Where this one here has definitely made or break the franchise for people. This game has 100% made or broken the franchise for people to. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people that have just dropped it. I don't blame them. I don't blame them being like, nah, I'm done with it. Like, 100% I can understand.
I don't either.
Like, I can understand. Like, 100% I can understand.
People say vote with your wallet. It was shit. Don't fucking buy it.
Like, I've enjoyed
pre-ordered it because I thought, oh yeah, this be.
Yeah, that's what we did. We did. It's like, oh, we'll get the steelbook. They're enticing it, being like it's like advertising it like it's a whole game, doing all this stuff, and then if they just said it was DLC, I wouldn't have bothered as much, and I would have I still bought it, but like I would be like, fine. Like,
if it was DLC, it shouldn't have cost like $90 either.
Well, DLCs can cost expensive prices for passes and shit. Like, they can.
Not $90 fucking dollars.
Have you seen how much they charge for their fucking content passes on like Hot Wheels? $60 just to get like fucking nothing, but like maybe 5 cars.
It was like 45 or something.
No, like they don't really give you much, really. Like, half these games, you can pay anywhere from $60 to $100 for these yearly passes that are adding just as much as what this is adding. That's what I mean. Like, people get, like, if they just said it was DLC, I don't think it would have been
the fact they made it as a full game.
Yeah,
that's what fucked up.
Saying that it's
they added Treyarch Zombies mode from next year's, and like they could have just kept the same multiplayer. Just upgraded it a little bit.
Just done it as a DLC pass or a physical DLC. I don't know. I think it was just their excuse to give.
And don't add them extra fucking missions in.
But you didn't even
they added nothing.
Oh, like, you didn't even need the disc. You don't even need the disc. Like, you mean you do need the disc if you buy the physical version, but you literally don't need the disc. The whole thing is useless. Like,
yep.
Like, they could have just been.
They'll learn. Because people have boycotted all fucking ready. They haven't bought it.
Like, they could have just sold us a steelbook with a case that had a code in it. I would have rathered that. With the way they did this. No, but with the way they've done it, though, I would rather have done that, because then I would have just bought it, downloaded the code, and then I wouldn't need to put the disc in. You know what I mean? I just need to load Modern Warfare 2, and then just load that. Now, I haven't even tried to load Modern Warfare 2, but now if I want to play, I've got to go from chuck the Modern Warfare 3 disc in, just to access the extra Modern Warfare 2 content, and then if I want to play normal low Modern Warfare 2, I need to put the Modern Warfare 2 disc in. Why couldn't you just give it a code then, if you're going to do that? You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't Activision just do a code? Just be done with it. Just go, oh, here's a code for it.
That's why I'm going to be pissed next year as well, because they're going to have a whatever Treyarch's game is, Black Ops, fucking World at War, whatever the continuation of probably Cold War. That's going to need as well another bigger install because it's COD HQ.
Well, that's if they're sticking that on COD HQ or not. That's the thing.
Oh, they are now. Like they
Like,
just did it for this. Like, nah.
I'm wondering if Modern Warfare is going to be stuck on COD HQ, or if
Because
it's
on
all...
COD HQ, there's still Vanguard, Cold War. You got all the other games still on this one.
Well, I haven't looked at that yet because I was wondering how that worked on.
It's right down the fucking bottom.
Yeah, because I wondered how that launched them. Like, if you load up them, does it... I'm curious if you load up Modern Warfare 1, is it updated? Does it go through... Because I know the COD HQ is a reskinned Modern Warfare 2. So, like, I'm wondering if you put in Modern Warfare 1, is theirs updated in their launcher? Because that's a different launcher for those three, and then does it have a quick tab for, like, Modern Warfare 2? And, like, it's weird. Like, I'm curious what they've done with those games.
They should have kept like old CODs. One game, one disc.
Yeah, I don't know why they need launcher.
That's all you need.
I can understand having the launcher, like the launcher for PC.
Warzone should not be pre-downloaded, even though you don't have it installed.
Like, what they've done is, I'm 100% fine with that being the way it is for PC. Like, having that for PC, that's fine.
Yeah.
But for console, individual. Everything's individual for console. Like, consoles don't need that HQ nonsense bullshit. Like, it's a console! Like, what the fuck are you doing as a console? Like, PC makes sense having launchers. Like, that's what the whole point of PCs are. Like, easy access flow, you know, that's the whole point. Why do we need to have that with consoles?
The console is plug and play, not plug and download and play.
Yeah, like, plug and... Well, yeah, well, no, like, not plug and download, like, that's plug and plug and plug and plug and plug and plug and then play. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you chuck one thing in to plug it in, then you got to get the other thing that's plugged into the plugged-in thing, because it's DLC. So you plugged in the plugged-in thing to run the plugged-in thing to then play it. Like, no.
Pretty fucked up.
Like I said, you got to plug the disc in to play. Like, I got to put a disc in to launch bonus content for a different plugin. Like, it's Modern Warfare 2's bonus disc. Like, it's.
Although, just think.
Oh, my brain hurts.
As of right now, Microsoft have full control of the next COD.
It'll definitely be seeing how it goes, where they pull that apart and.
Let's see what to do with that.
Be like, no, we're getting rid of the KHQ shit, or no, we want to go down that path, or who knows if they want to put input on that. It's gonna be interesting.
We just look at Redfall and shit for this. If it goes that way, then you know, fuck me. I should have just cancelled Redfall. The dev didn't even want to fucking make it.
That's it. Like, it's, I don't know.
But
yeah. Anyway,
anything else you want to talk about?
No, it's already just over 2 hours already.
Eddie was right.
Well, you know, we did say we might be a 2 hour one. I did say to him it could be a 2 hours.
Yeah, right.
We have 2 hour episodes. So, you know, it happens.
But before we take any more of your precious time,
we had some ranting energy we needed to let off.
Oh yeah, it was kind of needed.
Yeah,
it was needed. I kind of feel a bit better from the COD stuff now.
No, that's good. You needed it. That's what I'm saying. Just do it. Just.
I might rant next week on it, but who fucking knows?
Who knows? Let us.
How I'm feeling about it. But thank you. Thank you, beardies and beardads, for joining us. Episode 46. Thank you. We appreciate you just watching, listening. If you want to add to the raginess, just comment below what you Modern Warfare.
Let us know below.
What you like about it, you know, anything else, Marvel related, whatever. Who fucking cares? Put it down. We'll talk about it with you. Who cares? But as always, we have been Dan and Jim. We'll catch you guys next week. Bye bye.
Don't let the dragon drag on. I don't know.
Dragon drag on.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't let the dragon drag on.
Don't let the dragon lick on.
Don't let the dragon lick on. Don't lick the dragon. Remember when games had manuals? Road.
Road. Road. This is what the HUD
Road.
means.
This is what the controller looks like.
Oh, I kind of figured.
Wow.
Is it the same size as the controller?
This is what the other controller looks like.
That's a tiny steering wheel. But that controller and the
It's a
thing though,
controller.
it looked like actual size almost. The actual hand control looked about almost like actual size of an actual controller.
Like an actual. I mean, not really. Like
It's a little bit smaller, but like it's close to like scale. That was tiny. 1 or 2? 1, 2. 1, 2.
crew names.
Fuck.
That was industry credits. Yeah.